Welcome in, everybody, to another week of F Buddies with Mike and Andy. Mike Wendt and Andy Ferg. Of course, the F is for food. We are the food show you deserve. Thank you to our sponsors this week, Girolamo Group of Cross Country Mortgage, Ben Franklin Print Company in Middleton, Twisted Fate Brewing in Danvers, Anthony's Roast Beef and Pizza out of Tewksbury, the world-famous Cabaret Lounge, Route 1 South in Peabody, Jamie's Roast Beef and Pizza, also in Peabody, Nick's Place Catering. You can order online at nicksplaceonline.com for your catering needs. School Street Foods, Pasalito in Linfield, and Bada Bing Pizza and Bada Boom Sports Bar in Methuen. Murderer's row of fucking sponsors on the program. Andy, I don't have to ask, but I'm going to ask, how the fuck are you, sir?
I'm still riding the wave. We're still doing the old, what a fucking day, enjoying my flowers, if you will, as the kids would say.
Yeah.
It's been a good 24 hours.
You know, but besides all that, which we're going to get to, obviously, first of all, happy anniversary, buddy.
Oh, you too, pal. It's 4 years on us, huh?
4 fucking years, 2 shows, 2 names, a bunch of logos and T-shirts. Fucking hell. 4 years ago this evening.
Well, I think it was it, did you upload it right away, you think?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, so it was actually today. Okay, I wasn't sure if you did the old. So, yeah, 4 years ago. Today we were in this. I was in this basement. You were in.
I was on Cape Cod. Yep.
Yeah, Cape Cod. I was across the basement because I realized acoustics. It's better in here.
We were dealing with. I was. You were living at that point. I was still dealing with the back ass of fucking COVID.
Yeah, and I had the worst microphone in the history of microphones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I told a vasectomy story that I was so proud of that no one could hear.
I did the normal thing of a new show and introduced myself as if people didn't have any fucking idea. I talked about my ex-wife. I talked about it was a weird time. COVID was a weird fucking time.
Yeah, listen, we powered through though, and 4 years later, look at us.
Holy shit.
We even still get along 95% of the time, you know?
We still mostly get along.
Yeah,
and we get a bunch of sponsors paying us to pretend to get along.
Yeah, even if we didn't, we still would. No, I'm not an actor. If I didn't like you, it would be so obvious. I watch sports radio every day in the Felger and Maz show with Jim Murray, and you can tell Jim is not pleased with his co-hosts. It's every day there's anger in his eyes.
He's still upset every single day that FNX closed down.
Yep, he is. I think if I had to guess, because again, I watch this and listen to the show every day, because my favorite TV show is a radio show.
Right.
I get home and I leave my truck with it on, and I walk in the house and put it on the TV because they simulcast it. And
right.
I think he's mad that Maserati hasn't quit yet, if I had to guess.
Why would you quit? That's a lot of money.
He's fucked up quite a bit with some of the things he said.
Still though, if they're not going to fire you and they're going to keep paying you, and he's at a point he's making good money.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they make crazy money.
Stupid money.
Yep.
So that kid,
anyways,
ride until the wheels fall off, as they say.
Yeah, I couldn't pretend like he's trying to. I'm not exactly talented enough to pretend.
And we're also not making that much money.
No, easily. I would just say, okay, well, I guess Jamie's paid you for a show you're not on anymore. Congrats. Have a nice day.
All right, great. Jamie's, here you go. We'll cut you $700 back.
Yeah, here you go. But yeah, our anniversary, very exciting. Very cool. 4 years of buffoonery, swearing, getting shut down, almost sued. Live shows removed, titties.
Lots of titties.
Titties. How many fucking podcasts have titties?
So many fucking titties on our podcast. Oh, shit. And now...
We changed nothing, pal. We changed nothing. He's having trouble with his technology.
That's okay. And now, fast forward 4 years later, and the podcast has gotten to our grandmother's favorite TV show.
This podcast made a 15-second appearance on Channel fucking 5 last night.
Come on, don't be generous. It was 3.5. It was 3.5 fucking seconds tops.
Think about it though. That is a That is a network.
I am officially relegated to his buddy.
Yeah, you are my buddy. It's that must have been a hard hit, actually. Yeah, I didn't think of that one.
It stung a little bit.
It stung a bit. Hey, his retarded friend over there. Hey, look at this guy. He's in Florida. He likes dick.
He used to be a competitor. Now he's a buddy.
Mike Wendt, remember him? No, you don't.
Nope, nobody does.
You don't. That's true. You definitely got my buddy fucking right in the mouth.
Shit. Yeah. I think we just jump right into Chronicle. It's the biggest thing going on right now.
Yeah, no, Chronicle. That was a really good segment.
Yeah. It really was, actually.
It was well edited and very, very concise, very little fluff, just bang, 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 professional, see you later, 5 minutes, and it was great.
Yeah.
This is going to sound so fucking conceited.
Do it.
How the fuck did they put us with fucking blade sandwiches, chicken barb, asparagus ice cream, and little dick hot dogs?
It took...
Fuck off.
I've asked you twice, and you haven't responded to my text messages. And you finally responded to a comment in Craft Beer Mafia where you told me what the fuck a blade sandwich was. And it's literally just a pork shoulder because they call the pork shoulder a blade? Is that what it is?
It's a cut of the shoulder, so it's a small.
I know the pork shoulder is called a blade. Is that really what a fucking blade sandwich is?
Mike, it's crock pot. It's crock pot pork shoulder.
Oh, it's crock pot pulled pork, stupid.
Yes, it is. That's my problem.
It's your sister's pulled pork, stupid.
The only thing they could have put with the North Shore beef.
The segment already aired. You can fucking trash them now.
Exactly what I'm saying. The only thing they could have put with the North Shore beef to even make any sense, and again, it would have been dominated, is the bar pizza, which they mentioned they could have done. They could have done 2 segments, 10 minutes each. Asparagus fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
And some fucking gash eating a fucking chicken salad sandwich.
A chicken barb would go on. Is it pulled chicken?
It's braised pulled chicken.
It's pulled chicken
with lettuce and too much mayo on a bun.
It's it's pulled chicken salad sandwich. It's
a Merrimack Valley staple. Al Delano loves them. He grew up on them because he's a Methuen guy. I get it. If you're from down there, up there, over there, where the fuck they are, those losers. In,
out, or around there.
And when Patrick's took over for Harrison's, one of the menu items was the chicken barb because people want the chicken barb. No one wants your chicken fucking barb.
Nobody wants Harrison's beef anyway, so who gives a fuck?
If you look at the way they do it, it's literally pulled chicken, crock potted again, or braised. Mm-hmm. It's just fucking crock pot. They take this ladle. Looks like a measuring cup.
Right.
It's a deep ladle, and it's got a lot of holes in it, like perforated. And they scoop out this chicken, they press it in there so it dries.
Sure.
It's a wet chicken sandwich. And they just flip and scoop it in a bun.
Wet chicken.
Her chicken got so wet.
Chicken got so wet.
And then they fucking toss in some iceberg and some mayo and throw it in a bun. No, this is not the North Shore fucking beef. You're there's nothing like it, but you're really disrespecting with these fucking mini hot dogs. Mini hot dogs.
Wait, here's the thing, and that was a funny thing. I didn't realize until like probably the 3rd or 4th teaser that I watched, because it was shared multiple times in various different formats. As you mentioned, one of them was filming a TV, and then they sent you one, and you posted another one, and another one, and I'm like, I thought when I first saw it, because it's a quick clip, and it's the hot dog going in and the onions and the chili sauce and blah 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 blah. I assumed it was the Rhode Island wieners. I thought it was like Onlyville.
I don't know. They looked fine.
But they weren't. They were tiny ones. They were like half a hot dog.
Irish hot dogs, yeah.
They were half a hot dog, but basically done the same way as Rhode Island hot dogs.
Little McDicks. They were classic Irish hot dogs. That's right, exactly. There you go. So that's my only complaint is.
But you know what it did? It made you stand out.
Oh no, there was a official. You're right.
There was an official fucking main event of this fucking episode.
Yeah, it was weird. It's almost, but they didn't put me last. They put me kind of in the middle, which it must be a theory behind that based on viewership and how long people stay on the show, whatever. Because it took a hard turn down to asparagus ice cream after that. Like You could see asparagus in the ice cream.
Who the fuck eats asparagus ice cream?
No one. I've never even heard of it. It's stupid. But
it's just weird.
The reason I'm complaining mostly because I'm a dick, but also I brought such a squad with me.
Yeah.
And it was underutilized. I knew Gillis was going to be the star. I mean, obviously, Gilly was going to get that voice alone, and he's funny. He's going to get time. Plus, his teeth are small.
It was
just something to see.
It was amazing that you brought a group of guys. One of them got not just mentioned, but a full announcement. Danny Gillis, aka the Malden Muffler, and he just ran. I'm like, and you had told me before that he talked to them for like 40 fucking minutes.
Yeah, Danny had some time.
But it was also one of those things that you brought a bunch of guys, and we kind of talked about this over the past few weeks, that you knew not everybody was going to get time because especially because you just did the Twisted Fate thing.
Yes.
And that was, I think, 6 minutes?
Yeah, it's bang, 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 bang.
Even if they gave you 7 minutes, it still wouldn't have been enough. Like you could, I mean, shit. I did a rinky-dink show and we did a whole half hour on North Shore Beast. Okay. So it's like, you know what I mean? And we had you peppered through most of it.
So that was the thing. Like, I feel bad a little bit because, I invited people there that I expected, especially Craig. He did a whole dog and pony show.
I think Craig got his, he didn't speak on it. Nobody but you and Danny did. But Craig and the thermometer bit that worked.
Oh no, there was no.
There was a lot of like everybody kind of got their moment except for Matt
West.
Yeah.
Well, there's a 2-second clip of Matt fucking gobbling a beef it'll be on my phone for the rest of my life. I send it to him like once an hour. He's laughing, but it's so awkward.
But you can't miss Fitzy.
Oh, he's a fucking monster. Fitzy, but I'll give you the things everyone brought to the table. Matt West held a seat, which is beautiful. He did a good job sitting in a seat. Really good at it. Yep. Dan Bob came late and did Dan Bob things where I fed him a beef.
They actually included the shot that they told him they weren't going to include. Yes,
they did. Him making love, but he also didn't speak.
Right.
Not to the can. He was never supposed to be speaking. He's just from parts unknown. 6'10", 585 pounds, fucking Dan Bob.
Right.
He's just an enigma. He's literally mankind.
He didn't need to. He didn't.
No, he's our mankind. He didn't need.
He's mankind. Yes.
Yeah, he's in the role.
Yeah.
But like Craig did a lot of stuff, and they really put him through the ringer, and then used nothing. He had the spinner. He had the fucking the scale. He had the briefcase. Fitzy did a spot on out loud review, which I wanted them to include because it gave the.
Oh really?
Because they showed Mike Sullivan's screenshot from the group to describe the rules and the acronyms.
The acronyms.
But Fitzy, during that part, Fitzy was literally out loud saying, "It's fresh, pink, and warm. We got a good." He's doing it.
It's time constraints, man.
I know I know.
Nothing else but time constraints.
It'll never be long enough for me because I want more and more and more. But it was really fucking. I mean. I didn't expect my basement to make it in because it's weird.
Well, it's funny because you were texting me a lot about it, and you're like, "Oh, they're coming down to the basement," and I moved this around. We talked about it a little bit on the podcast, but this is you, and how do I put it? This is you underselling yourself, where you legitimately thought it was more about the sandwich than you. This was a segment about fucking Andy Ferg. And I have no fucking qualms about saying that. This was about you and the group and community you've created and less about the sandwich. And even to the fact that at the end, the dude in the suit was like, I know we're going to get emails and social media posts because we didn't feature your favorite spots. It's like, motherfucker, you barely featured Lundy's, and it was the only spot featured.
Good old Ted.
So it's like this was a Chronicle spot about you. sir. So when you were like, I don't think they're going to show the basement, like, they're fucking going to show the basement. It's like, it's a segment about you.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird.
To you, it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
To you, it's weird. But it's also, it's very well deserved because you've done something here.
That I agree with. That I know.
You can try to, downplay it if you want to, but you've done something here. You've done something in the last 5+ years or so that has become a thing in the North Shore, in fucking New England, for Christ's sakes. And
listen, I will die in that. I'm with you with that one. Yes, I'll Barry Horowitz the fuck out myself with that. I know what my impact to this sandwich is.
Right.
And the fact that it's as good as it is now is not because of the influence the group has on everyone and their desire to be the best, which I created.
Right.
So I don't make the sandwich better, but the group itself and the community and this psycho fucking rabid fan base that the beef has.
Right.
I just collected them and put it in one spot and said, say something. And they did. And then the right shops said, wow. Do you know that Pete's and Bella's were not even close to this caliber 5 years ago?
No.
Modern, honestly, sucked when they first started doing beefs.
Right.
They were cold. They weren't using James River. They were doing it the day before and slicing cold. Lines down the street. Yep. Modern in the beginning was slicing cold, not using James River. And they got fucking... If the group didn't exist...
I don't remember that.
Yeah. If the group didn't exist, Lisa never would have gotten any feedback. Well, first of all, she wouldn't have even bothered with the beefs.
Right.
But if she's tried it and didn't get any feedback, and just the customers that went in and said, you're right, I'm right.com, and this is perfect.
Right.
Because some people like a cold roast beef with fucking, sweet baby raised. People are weird.
Well, here's the thing. It also used to be fucking commonplace in a lot of shops.
But like the loud majority said, no, this isn't good. This is not good. Fix it. Mm-hmm. And we're going to give you a numerical score to tell you, and we're going to describe it with fucking some language you don't even speak, some Swahili language this fat fuck invented.
Right.
So you can figure out what you're doing wrong, because we're going to give you the fucking roadmap. It's literally, the group is a fucking roadmap to success. This is what they want.
Right.
Do that. Get a few reviews. You'll keep getting more reviews, and you'll be successful. Also, work your fucking balls off.
Yeah.
Work your ass off. And
well, that above all else, I mean, the shops that are successful, you can see it because the owners are the ones cutting beef. I mean, they showed it in the segment with Ted.
Yep.
But it goes to, Bella's and Harry, and you see Warren and Lisa at Modern and stuff. It's like the owners are the ones because they're standing behind their product. They're not being like, oh, well, we had an off day with this guy or that guy. It's like, no, we cut that beef if it's fucked up. And there was one this week. And he just got a redemption today.
Just gonna bring it up. Yeah, Matt from Nixon Burlington.
Yes. And so the kid posted, and again, his post a day or two ago was suspect because he kind of claimed, he's like, oh, the last couple times they've been 9 or 10s, but I didn't fucking post them. It's like, all right, weirdo, why are you posting the fucking 6?
I hate that, but
Mac dove in, is like, let us make it up to you, blah 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 blah. And today he did a redemption beef, and it was a 9 point whatever the fuck.
I think he went 987,
and it looked the part.
Well, they both did, but they
actually both looked fucking really good. I'm not sure what the problem was.
So I think a lot of people treat roast beefs like sports teams.
Sure.
And especially if you're a Pete's and Woburn guy, and Nixon Burlington is his closest, most direct competition.
Yep.
They're right down the same fucking street.
Right.
One's in Burlington, one's in Woburn. You drive one direction or the other. You take a right or a left off the exit, you go into one of them.
Sure.
And I think people relish in the fact that their favorite beef shop is selling better beefs than the one down the street. And I'm not even sure if it's conscious, where they will be more likely to post a Nick's bad beef than a Nick's Good Beef because they don't want George seeing a Nick's Good Beef out of them because they're a regular of George's. And I'm here to tell you right now, George don't care. This fucking fly is still here. How's he alive still? It's been like 2 months. See, this fucking thing's the size of you. Fuck out of here, dick fuck. It's huge. But again, Matt, Matt's a child.
Right.
Matt Huvardis from
whatever.
His father is Nick. And Nick's not much older than us.
Right.
Matt's fresh out of high school. Matt's like 20.
You've mentioned that a couple times.
Yeah. So the fact that he has the intelligence and business acumen to not go fucking ham when someone tells him his beef's a 5, but instead saying, give us a chance and explaining why, which was the reason you were going to bring up, was he was training someone.
He literally he came. I loved it. I loved his response. And it was literally, he was training somebody in the morning. That's obviously the beef that guy got. Come back. We'll do it again.
Yep.
And we'll show you what the fuck we got. You've obviously enjoyed our beefs before because he said I had 2, 8-point whatevers and 9-point whatevers, never posted them.
Yep.
And then this one. So it's like, okay, we'll give him this. And I was honestly impressed with the poster coming back so soon. Not waiting a week and a half, but like 2 days. Literally, maybe 24 hours.
You know what was awesome was also class. I love George from Pete's for many, many, many reasons.
Joe-Jack, yes.
He even comes on the post shitting on the sandwich closest to him.
Yeah.
His direct competitor, who are both top 10 shops all day, and he even goes, give them another chance. It's okay.
I love that you read the comments in accents.
Yeah, always George. George is my favorite. He texted me today. He's the best. I'll get to that later.
But also he's coming in because George doesn't have a Facebook page. He comments as Pete's Woburn. So it's literally the competition being like, no, they're really good.
I'm just trying to think about. So I know we've talked about this in the past. That Bellas and Londies are big competitors, and they're not the biggest fans of each other because of the whole "don't compete against me." We're not going to go deep into that.
Thing.
They aren't the best of friends. And I'm trying to think. Now I know Harry from Bella's,
right,
and George from Pete's are pals,
right.
They have a little tinge of competitiveness
because of beef madness.
Yes, but you can feel it's not tension because they hug it out when they see each other.
Right.
But they want to fucking beat each other.
Right.
Which, again, I could appreciate more than you could imagine.
Well, that's an athlete thing, man. That's just like, you don't hate each other, but you want to win.
You know what's funny, though, is so George from Pete's, again, he's such a beauty. Such a fucking beauty. So he's good friends with Harry from Bella's. Since Beef Madness, they became pals. Mm-hmm. Also, really good friends with Ted Londy from years. Like I think Ted might have helped him. Ted, back when Athens was owned by Atha.
Yep.
They were also in direct competition, and no one likes competing against Ted. And Ted's an imposing person to compete against because he's fucking really good at his job.
Right.
And it's going to affect your sales when Ted moves to town.
Right.
Atha and Ted didn't get along. George, who's his best friend? Fucking Atha. He is literally the mayor of Beefville.
Right. Every
shop owner loves George.
Yeah.
Even if they hate each other. It's like, that the enemy of my friend is my enemy, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, George I'm friends with everybody. Fuck yourself. And he tries to get them all to show up together. He tries to like bridge the gap.
You know what that's called? It's called big dick energy right there.
It really is. He's probably got a fucking hammer on him.
Doesn't give a fuck because he knows what his beef's a packing.
Yeah, I don't know who's back there working because George. You see these places. Most places that are awesome, like pizza, have the owner slicing. George is an expo guy.
Really?
George does the expo. You see George. George assembles the bags. Whoever he has given the job of making beefs, fucking skilled. I've never seen it because you can't see that kitchen. It's around a little corner. It's a very small spot.
Right.
So if you walk in there's a pizza oven. There's George, there's a counter person, and George is losing his mind usually. And then around a corner to the right is where the sandwiches come out of this little window. So he's somehow found someone that can deliver the quality that wins Beef Madness without him doing it himself. Also,
bigger.
The greatest
dick
sponsor
energy.
ever of this show. The greatest sponsor of this show when he said, "Please don't say my name. I'm too busy. Here's money."
He's sponsored and asked to not be a sponsor.
Because I'm too busy. I want to support you. My favorite.
He also now correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm sure you did see him. I thought I saw George show up at the last Cabaret show and then disappear real quick.
George does show up to these things. He had to leave that time
because it was like there was a point, and I'm sure it was in the middle of Festa and Egyptian with her tits out and all this other bullshit, and all of a sudden I looked past the light, and I'm like, is that fucking George?
You were probably yelling at me at the time,
and I was probably yelling at you.
Yeah, well, I was talking to George,
and he was gone. I'm like, was fucking George here? So
George was there.
But again, that's just it. He shows up. He supports. Again,
we'll get to it later when I do Count of the Week, and I promise you it will not be George.
Mm-hmm.
But it's involving my boy because he texted me today about this person. I'm like, it's all good, George.
Really?
I'm used to these people with their desire to see me dead.
Ugh. Whatever.
We got a lot to get to this. Anyways,
whatever.
So
Chronicle. So it was a really good segment, Andy. It really was.
I agree.
I was surprised. First of all, I was surprised how quickly they got it up.
It's a fucking Channel 5.
Well, but it was one of those things. It was like I was expecting to watch it this morning with breakfast. Thank God I didn't have to because the water situation in my house.
Yeah.
But I texted you because I'm like, okay, the show's on at like what was it, 7:00, 7:30?
7:30.
All right. So I think I texted you around like 8:00. I'm like, so how was it? And you're like, oh, it was great. I'm like, cool. I can't wait to see it. And just out of shits and giggles, I went to fucking WCVB.com and they had it there. And I'm like, fuck, if they have it here, it has to be on the YouTube channel and I can watch YouTube on my TV. So I went right there. There it was. Holy shit. Moments after it aired, it was already on the YouTube channel. So I watched it.
They're the anti-Craig Kimberly when it comes to putting content out.
They really are.
Yeah, Craig's been holding video for 6 years, and this place holds it for 10 seconds.
Craig has a phenomenal, hours and hours of golf footage from 3 years ago.
I bet it's incredible. I would like to get some B-roll. I'm not sure they'd give it to me. I don't think it's worth the effort for them.
Yeah,
but I gotta tell you, their YouTube views have gone up quite a bit. Well, if you look at previous videos, I want to say we're about 13,000 views since yesterday.
So that's the other thing, and this goes back to when we first had you on Wicked Bites, the radio show, and you were so humble to point out live on the air that this is the most viewers you're going to get.
Yes, I'm a good person. I actually,
I'm sitting there hungover as shit. Scott had already stolen my fucking sweatshirt, and Andy's sitting there. He's like, "This is the most views you're gonna get." And I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, "He's fucking right."
Well, no, I went there with an arrogant attitude on purpose. I said, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
I planned that one. I actually went into Chronicle as humble as I possibly could be because I wanted to be less about me, but it didn't work out that way. I really wanted,
but it kind of worked that way.
No, it worked out great.
You came off, with the exception, which I really fucking love that South Shore pizza bit.
Oh, the heel turn, yeah.
You were such a fucking heel in that, but it was great because it's like, oh, he's a likable character. He's a likable character. Nice pan, stupid. It's like, all right.
You put your pizza in a pan. Congratulations.
And you did the sarcastic congratulations. What a cunt.
Yeah, no, that was, again, they interviewed me for 45 minutes here, and they had so much stuff. So they had a wealth of stuff, which is why I want the B-roll, because I want some stuff that didn't make the thing.
Yeah.
But it's funny is I brought such a great crew.
Right.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
I was missing a couple.
Sure.
Superstars. Now I'm going to do this real quick. We have in the beef page. We have stars. We have popular people who do well. Do reviews. People like them. They do well. We have a handful of superstars, and I had a few of them there. And I'm talking like universally loved.
Yeah.
And two of the superstars. Now Gillis and Kimberly and Dan Bob and Fitzy. He's never been an MVP, but he's always a bridesmaid type guy. But those three have been MVPs, and they are fucking superstars.
Yeah.
I invited two more people that I would say are superstars.
Right.
And they couldn't make it. They both had valid reasons. It wasn't like they blew me off. It was just, one's job stopped and one couldn't. Whatever. They had reasons. But I would have liked to have Billy.
Of course.
Silvestri ride the unicorn. He actually, I'm going to give him credit for almost saving the group last winter. I was just not enjoying it. It was just getting stagnant. And he did the fucking unicorn tour. Him and Mo.
Imagine him at Lundy's on Chronicle with a unicorn head on.
It was during that we did a contest.
Just sit there with a unicorn head on. It'd just be weird.
So Billy would have been, obviously dream squad if I could have had Billy dreams. Because again, him and Mo last winter when we did the contest,
right,
where Mo was doing the beer chugs to music, eating beefs every day, and Billy was doing the group.
Insane.
I think
it was insane.
Yeah, it was just because he was doing like the bringing the people together, people you didn't see in videos. Again, Billy would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But then another MVP who
Billy was the in-person collab guy.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
He wasn't doing collabs. He was actually bringing people into his fucking truck and be like, eat with me.
He picked me up after my high school reunion, 25th reunion. That was a fucking disaster. He's like, Ferg, want to do a review? I said, if you drive me back to Peabody to get my truck. I left it there last night.
Right.
He was my morning Uber. I was so drunk, couldn't drive home.
Right.
But again, Billy would have been awesome. And I invited him again. Valid reason, couldn't make it. Cool. Would have been nice to have you.
Right.
But there's another MVP that I really, I invited.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to come. It's the mayor.
Al Delano.
I mean, he would have worn some ridiculous Hawaiian shirt. He would have probably taken all the airtime because he's got that riz, as the kids say.
The riz. He's
so rizzed up. So those two would have been fantastic. And, I didn't invite anyone else that would have been an MVP. I invited Tashi. I wanted, a woman there, and Kay's not reviewing much anymore, and bringing Heidi would have been like, bringing a child.
Yep.
Would look like a bunch of fucking creepy pedophiles bringing a fucking 12-year-old to the party because she's 11. But
and as much as we love Lindsay, you have cunt written on your body.
Yeah, sorry, the word cunt on your finger can't be on Chronicle. There was a lot of people that should have been there, could have been there, but like there's good reviewers like McGrath and Findell and Mike Sullivan, good reviewers. They huge fans, but there's a certain je ne sais quoi, if you will.
Yeah.
It factor that Billy and Danny and Dan Bob just stares at the camera, doesn't talk, and just blinks his big fucking Bambi eyelashes and devours a sandwich, and it makes everyone very uncomfortable. Like that stuff. There's a gift. People have it. I don't even have it. I just happen to be the ringleader of the gift.
Right.
Where I'm, so my dream squad would have been adding Billy and Al, and everyone wants to ask me, Mike. I'll say his name.
Go ahead.
What about Jumptown?
Uh-oh.
Well, he was on his fucking period then. He had left the group.
That's right. He had actually left at that point.
Yep. He had denounced us. He had been insulting me as much as he possibly could.
BP Hammers would have been a fucking money shot.
Oh, BP was, again, I wish he was still, he's busy traveling for work. We kind of lost
shit.
him. But, he would have worn a kilt.
Holy shit. He would have worn a fucking thong.
So, yeah, Hammers would have been great. Again, another awesome one, but you can't exactly get everyone, especially in Hammers. Again, he's travels for work a ton now. He's not around anymore. He's doing
and it's one of these things. It's not like it's planned out months and months and months in advance. It's like,
I had 4 days.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe 4 days.
Make your best team.
Yeah,
I had 4 days.
Yeah.
And again, listen, we've talked about this. My first choice was Danielle Murr.
Right. Who was in fucking Thailand or wherever the fuck she was.
Yeah, would have been a very weird, very different segment.
Yeah.
But they said get one person. I'm like, I want to get someone that has more clout than anyone I know that will show up.
Right.
I mean, Danielle has tons of clout and will show up. She's a pal. Her and I were talking last week about a lost A lost dog. No, a stolen dog. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So, but no, people are like, oh, what about you didn't invite Jump Towns? No, I didn't.
Nope.
He abandoned the group. He's done nothing but take shots at me. And sorry, Mongo, you're not in.
So here's just my 2 cents on this. Because last night when I watched the segment on YouTube and I watched it again, and I'm like, all right, well, I have to post something. They posted it. It's fucking awesome. It's fantastic. And like at the very end, there's like a 2-second bit where they're like, oh, and he does a podcast with his buddy Mike Wendt. They actually said my fucking name.
They did.
I'm like, oh, fuck. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's really fucking cool. Now, the whore in me is like, oh, well, let's make this a thing. Let's take a screenshot of me on Chronicle and let's fucking let's put it. Oh, and tomorrow on F Buddies at 7 p.m. we're gonna talk. Oh, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, no, it's not about me. This is about Andy, and this is about what Andy has created. So I'm just gonna do what you're supposed to do as a good fucking friend, and just be like, good fucking job, sir. So watch this fucking video. Good job. You guys are fucking crushing it. And this is exactly what you deserve. Like, this is an awesome fucking segment. And we're going to talk about it on the podcast. Everybody knows we're going to talk about it on the podcast. Yes, we don't have to fucking make... I didn't have to make it about me. I was in it for a cunt hair of a moment. If I made it about me, that's a cunt move. And people did.
Yeah, you can really see character.
People did. People are going to live off those screenshots for fucking years.
And there's a different way of sharing it and talking about it if you were in it, if you're part of it. And I saw a lot of different methods of sharing it, people who were in it, like Fitzy and Craig and Dan Bob and Matt, they all shared it and like, oh, check this out.
They were all there. They all had a fucking WCVB fucking camera in their face. I didn't. Adam didn't.
But I told you, I said, they filmed me doing a fake podcast, right?
Well, you told me directly that they're going to pull a clip from the podcast.
And I said they're going to pull a clip. They asked if they could, and they filmed me doing a pod, sitting here, blah, 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 acting like I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Which was the most awkward part of the whole thing, but whatever.
I'm glad they didn't have you doing the blah 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 and just you were just adjusting your microphone, which is still kind of out of whack.
I didn't love it. But
it played out because they're good at their job.
Yes, you knew there's a pretty good chance,
right,
that you are going to be in the show for however long you knew, you were aware.
Yeah,
now,
you told me they were going to pull a clip from the podcast. I was like, well, the only part they can pull is the open.
They didn't pull any sound. They showed a picture.
They pulled no sound whatsoever.
You knew you could be featured or mentioned or okay.
Yes.
Your name was.
They fucking said it.
They said three names.
I was like, oh, that's really fucking cool. Like
they said three names.
That part I didn't expect. I didn't expect them to say my name. I just did.
They said mine. They said Danny Gillis or Ted Londy and you. There's the 4 names they said.
Yep.
And then Ted's wife got shade. She got shrapnel. Poor Victoria.
Don't trust my wife.
Don't even trust my wife.
I don't even trust my wife. And then somebody said their own fucking name.
Yep. So now they reached out to. They can't put people. I don't know how it works. They reached out to people to ask them. They put you on without permission, right?
They didn't reach out to me.
That's weird. Okay. Anyways, they reached out to everyone. Yes.
Okay.
And Heidi.
Okay.
And Hammers, I assume, and Jumptown.
Okay.
So Kay, Heidi, Jumptown, Hammers, and Donnie all got a little.
So I can sue.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah. So you sue everybody. Again, I don't know who responded.
I need a little Christmas money.
But I know that Jump and Heidi got contacted because they talked about it.
Okay.
I was scared. She literally said I was scared when they reached out to me.
Yeah.
Fine. That's a real response because you're You're a young girl, you're part of this fucking community, and I get why they use her, because they can't just have fat slobs devouring sandwiches. They wanted a variation of people of different sexes and ages. They didn't just want chubby people.
Right. Keep going. Don't worry about it.
Christ, settle down.
Settle down.
So when you potentially thought you might be on Chronicle,
yeah,
did you make a long post sharing it as in, check out your boy?
Honestly, I didn't talk about it at all because that, and again, that's just me being from the business. You don't talk about that shit until it actually happens.
Oh, that's called being a pro.
You didn't hear like because you might not make the cut. I've been an extra in enough movies and been cut out of enough fucking movies. You don't talk about the movies you work on. You talk about the movies you're in.
I didn't hear word one from anyone that was in that, except for one person.
Except for one fucking person.
Now, and the only reason I heard Heidi, because they featured Heidi in the promo. She's there. So, yeah, it's on brand. It is what it is. It's me. Even though it's about you. It's about me. And it's just ever since I've always thought, not always, but I've thought this was who I was dealing with. And then it was confirmed when the golf tournament thing happened, and it keeps getting reaffirmed.
I mean, it's just like
all the fucking time.
Look, I get being a pompous ass. I get that gimmick. I really do. I get shameless self-promotion. I really do. But I also get it from a very ironic standpoint where it's like, hey, we're the greatest fucking thing that ever happened.
Yes,
wink,
yes,
wink.
Yes.
Not like, dude, like have a cunt hair of humbleism. Is that a word? Humbleism?
No. Humbleness will be
humble, motherfucker.
It's actually humility.
Humility.
Humbleism.
Humbleness.
Couple of real retards talking over here.
I'm gonna put it in Webster's. It'll be in next fucking year.
Humbleism, the study of humble. Actually, he could do humbleism. He could study humble.
He's going to study humbleism. But you know what I'm saying?
Yes. No. There's also timing and just having. Listen, we're not going to get into it. We know we don't.
Like, you do more for yourself by not doing what you did.
You know, if he just
like nobody's gonna come to your fucking dive bar because you fucking dropped Chronicle's name.
Do you know if he had just
fucking say it?
If he had just not done what he did in October,
a world of difference.
Again, I'm not one of these Greg Bates people, but if you wrong me, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to treat you as such, and I'm not gonna trust you anymore. And like, you just could have just fucking promoted that day.
The funniest part about it is Donnelly Food Truck didn't actually. Oh, they were there. No, they were. It was them with Louis, but it was supposed to be them with him.
It was supposed to be Johnny and Jump.
That's what it was. Because my brain went to Louis just showed up because of it. But no, Donnelly did show up. No,
Donnie was coming no matter what. And then he wanted to do beefs.
It was Ferg Fest that their shit broke down.
Yes. So,
okay, that's where my brain.
Quick history lesson. It was Donnie was going to come anyways. Jump was going to be in the truck. Jump backed out. Appearance fee bullshit. We went over that before. Then I'm like, Donnie, don't worry about it. Sausages and burgers sound awesome.
Yeah, fucking.
And he said, no, we got to do roast beef first.
Do beef, kid.
we got Chinese sausages. Yelling at me. So I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I said, fine.
Pause for a second. We'll talk about it probably more on our New Year's Eve episode, but there was a scene in the Kowloon documentary that I sent you where it was a table, and it was a table of ramekins, and they were just pouring duck sauce into these ramekins, and all I could think of was fucking Donnie White. I'm like, Jack's Chinese!
He's a national hero, treasure. So he Jesus Christ,
good.
You know, he was going to do it, and then it was talk of I'll try it myself. don't worry about it, Dawn. Even Steph reached out. I'll help. And Steph got Louis involved. And Steph did a really good job, an important job that day to get beefs to the golf tournament. Yep. So there's no taking that away from her. But just like Steph doesn't serve beefs herself.
Right.
She stepped up and volunteered that day to help a small business that buys from her. She's their sales rep for whatever it is the fuck she sells.
She facilitated the beefs to the truck.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
And also lended her own past beef experience, expertise on the truck. And she was a fucking champion. There was a point me and Festa was sitting there having lunch, and she's like, I'm going to run back and get in the whole other fucking beef at the store.
They ran out for a bit.
And I'm like, hey, great. Give me give me some tequila.
And again, also, that's partially my fault because I undersold how much beef they'd sell.
Right.
But they sold more than they expected to. So great. No, Steph has stepped up multiple times for me. She's a champion.
Absolute champion.
AAF appearance, she crushed because she got up early that morning.
For the Supremes one, yeah.
She got up at 5 a.m. and sliced beef to order. Legend.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point, though. Yes, he does make things about himself. That's his game.
Billy in the comments, my wife, when Danny Gillis got his turn, why does he sound like that?
We don't have a fucking clue, and we love it.
The man was born with cigarettes in his throat.
So
there's no other explanation. He had a Camel non-filter jammed in his throat.
He talks like my dad did, but faster with more of an accent. My dad had that rasp. Do you know why my dad had that rasp?
Why?
Agent fucking Orange from Vietnam. Like my dad, he died of esophageal cancer. I'm not trying to get down right now. He died from the disease that caused his voice to sound like that. Was Agent Orange and esophageal cancer. Gillis just came out the womb.
Malden Muffler ain't a fun fucking name. It's literally what he is.
I forget who gave that. I didn't give him that one. I gave a lot of names.
It's a good one.
It was in the comments once years ago. He's chipmunking a fucking beef, crushing as usual, and someone goes, "You're a fucking Malden Muffler." I would like to know where it came from. I'm sure I knew at one point, but I forget completely.
And he's jumped back into doing beef reviews too.
Well, I bribed him.
Oh, I thought you shamed him, but go ahead.
I did that too. He ordered one of the Notre Dame beef hoodies, the sweet ones that have been shipping out.
Right.
And Gilly's on the short list of text me and you get it at cost.
Yep.
I don't make money off of my pals like Gilly, especially ones who give the content. And if he was still doing reviews, if he was still crushing it, it would have been a slide under the table freebie.
Sure.
But he's fallen off, and you're only as good as your last beef review, pal.
What have you done for me lately?
Yep. So he paid whatever it would cost me, and I was going to drop it off to him, and I had plans, and it didn't work out. So I shipped it to him. He goes, "You ain't gonna ship it. I just gotta pick it up." I go, "Gilly, I don't have time for the bullshit. I don't care about. I'll eat the $8 for shipping, but you owe me a fucking video review." He wrote back, "Done. I gotta go to Florida. My kid's playing the fucking Super Bowl."
We have beef shops in Florida, pal. Do one.
I know he should actually. He's
fucking do one, kid.
I think he's in Orlando. Beefy King down there, sure.
There's a couple close enough.
There's Beefy King. So,
Christ, I'm going on Friday. I watched that segment 15 fucking times. I was texting my brother, and he's like, "Oh my god, I need a fucking beef right fucking now." He's like, I'm like, "Louis is the closest to you, but go to Londy's, go to fucking Bella's or something like that."
Yep. If you're in Linfield, that area, just a few options. Londy's if you want a monster.
He's gonna go to Londy's just because you guys were there and he watched the segment like I did, and he's like, "Holy shit, that looks really fucking good."
Ted explaining this the way he slices it. You slice too thin, too mushy.
Too mushy.
That's another one.
And I don't trust my wife.
Yep. What's funny is again we've talked about. I catch heat about. I get the Bates thing a lot. Discount, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
But it's just funny like that. Today alone, recently I've been texting with Harry from Bella's, George from Pete's, talking to Ted about this. Ted kisses me when he sees me. He gives me fucking Avelgelmo soup, or the fuck the Greeks call that soup they love. Like me and Victoria are fucking best of friends. It's just that I'm not going to dwell on this, but that accusation that I'm one of those people who fucks with people, like, no, I'm welcome.
Takes advantage of.
When they see me, they're happy to see me.
Right.
Like Modern Butcher was happy to see me on Saturday.
I can only say this as someone who has vicariously noticed it, only because of our cabaret shows or the time we went to Modern Butcher. There's no animosity there. There is nothing but welcome. Welcome.
We talk about the bottle of booze George gave me.
Maybe
last cabaret show.
Yes,
around my birthday.
We did.
So the guy who that I extort and I treat like shit.
Yeah.
Came to the cabaret,
and you can't spell his name.
I can now.
Jacques.
He gave me a bottle of scotch that I looked up because I'm a piece of shit. That retails for $130.
That's pretty good.
Just for happy birthday.
Happy fucking birthday.
Did I ask for it? Did I expect? No. I haven't opened it yet.
At a strip club.
At a strip club, and I didn't know it was in there at first. My God, it's probably some fucking James River.
You thought it was James River.
Because he texted me like, Andy, did you not like the gift? I'm like, I haven't even fucking looked yet, George. Let me take it. Oh, fuck.
Holy shit. I thought it was the James River that Sarah dropped off.
Lindsay corrected me. It's Avgolamono.
The fuck is that?
That's what I said. That's the soup, the chicken lemon soup the Greeks love. It basically, if you took semen and you added some lemon juice and some chicken, this is the soup. It's what it looks like. It's a frothy soup. They whip it. They whip egg whites to make it frothy, like a meringue. It's chunky, it's frothy, and
Greek
it's warm
dick soup.
It's warm, and it's loosely translated to devil's semen soup.
It's dick soup.
I think we can put a bow on Chronicle. I think it was fantastic, except for one more thing.
Go ahead.
There's a moment at the end when Anthony Everett, who's the host, the guy in the studio,
you
can see it in his eyes.
He hated you.
That was the lowest point of his entire career.
So the whole end part, as a former television professional, I have to talk about it for a second.
Where's yours?
First of all, is it live?
It looked awfully live.
Is it live? Because if it's not live,
better have been
who
live.
the fuck is the producer not going, hey, let's do a second take, guys? Because they babbled and bobbled every fucking word.
It must
coming
be live.
Out of it. They're like,
not live.
Well, we got some passionate red meat lovers here, and we're gonna get some. I know. I've watched it 14 fucking times, and we're gonna get some emails and social media posts because we didn't feature your favorite spots. Hey, guy, they were in one spot, and it was barely featured at that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then she jumps in and tried to save the day. She's like, oh, and they do charity golf tournaments throughout the year. You do multiple ones?
Yeah. It's just the one.
You do multiple ones throughout the year? And
just the one.
A Beef Madness.
She didn't pronounce that right either.
Where you she didn't. Where you rate the local beef groups.
Yes.
And then he goes, oh, like an election.
There it was. You could see his face right then and there. And I went, oh boy, Anthony Everett wants to fucking kill himself right now.
It was so.
I used to be a journalist.
Fucking good, but I mean, it was her bit where she was like, they put their mouths where their money is, or their money where their mouth is.
She was a champion. First of all,
she was trying so hard, but she was babbling nonsense.
Yeah, no, they needed to be. I don't know if it's live, but it better have been fucking live.
If it's not live, the producer needs to be fired tomorrow because that's egregious. They need to be like, hey, let's take it back, redo that. I like where your head's at, but let's just smooth it out, okay?
This time say words.
This time say it smooth, okay? Fucking Christ. But ultimately, unbelievable 4.5 minutes, sir, and congratulations to you and the crew. Congratulations.
Good job to the boys.
Unbelievable.
Gilly, Craig, Maddie, Eve, Donnie.
That fucking sheriff Dan Bob.
Kay, Heidi, and BP, and even Jump Down. He, even though they
BP
don't like
Hammers
his,
was featured on Chronicle. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a fucking second.
That's really interesting. The fact they let me on, and I'm pretty vanilla compared to Hammers, who wears a kilt.
BP Hammers,
which stands for ball peen,
was featured on Chronicle, and not in a criminal way.
That's true. They weren't looking for him.
This was not like, coming up on America's Most Wanted.
No, I'm really pleased with the inclusion of the fact that they went and found video reviews of BP and Kay and Heidi and Jump and Donnie. It was like, Clint, who I assume Clint, the producer, was the guy who searched, because he's the one who's reached out like that. He planned on doing a good job with this segment and really finding as much talent as he could with the group. And the group has endless talent, but he did a good job picking. So when Donnie goes, by the liquor store, take a drive, I almost pissed myself.
I mean, Donnie White, get in the car.
Get in the car.
He's as pink as the day is long. Look at Donnie White is a fucking gem.
He's one of my favorites. He texts me, he's like, Dan Bob probably wants $1,000 on Chronicle, right? I'm sure he does. Not Dan Bob, sorry. Jump.
No,
Dan Bob would never ask for
there
that.
Was if there was one clip that would have been placed in, and I don't know what it would have replaced. I don't know. It would have been Tashi fucking biting her sleeves. That from fucking Brendan's song, that music video you guys put together, where Tashi literally bites her sleeves to roll her sleeves up. I'm like, that's that group. That's that fucking group right there. Just a chick in her car biting her sleeves to roll her sleeves up to fucking smash a beef in her face.
Wearing John Lennon sunglasses.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But you could. I mean, it depends on when you join, because you could pull so much footage.
I was actually surprised that the clip they pulled of the podcast was so old. Like, that was like 3 layouts ago. I only know because I do the layouts.
Yes, I didn't notice how I didn't.
That was like 3 layouts ago.
But they could have gone back to fucking when we did the.
They could have gone the last week and just taken a shot of our fucking open.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. Just this in general, the group. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, we did there was what's that show, the Korean show, Squid Game.
Squid Games, yeah.
We did a Squid Game in the Beef Page years ago.
That's right, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Lindsay covered herself in fucking James River and put cheese over her eyes, like buns over her eyes. Like, these things, like, these are just weird little things the group has done over the years that if you joined 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago,
before AI algorithms, there was a lot of weird shit happening.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about that today. I'm like, there's a reason the group hasn't been shut down in the last 5 years, and it's because AI has just been shutting down people in the group.
Yes, it's just been, you could just pick any 2 weeks in group history and get such amazing content.
Yeah.
It's a wealth of great people doing awesome things, contributing. I don't know. It's just the group's awesome. I'm so happy they got some recognition, and we got a lot of Barbaras to join last night, which is pretty exciting.
And fuck South Shore Bar Pizza and their pants.
Yeah. No. The South Shore Bar Pizza people can just go kill themselves. The South Shore Bar people.
Even my brother, who's not in the group, involved in social media, he's like, that was pretty good how he fucking knocked South Shore Bar Pizza. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. He asked me, Al is not gay. Why is she calling Al gay? Al's straighter than you.
Oh, there we go.
Al Delano loves sex with
women. Bet it says AI.
Oh, AI is gay. Okay. I thought she meant
gay.
Al Delano was. Geez, thank God. I would have had to block that person.
No.
You can't call Al gay.
AI
Never
is gay.
call Al
All
gay.
right, do Gary and start Ben Frank. I'll be back.
Well, you're going to piss first.
Yeah, I'm going to piss first.
You motherfucker.
Because you know how to do Gary better than I do.
I'll do Gary. I do Gary so well. Hey, Gary, Girolamo Group. I'm going to do your ad. Maybe do you afterwards. At Buy and Refi on Instagram, Gary Girolamo Group of Cross Country Mortgage. Here's the thing. mortgages are what they fucking are, and they're a nightmare to get. You gotta submit documents. It's a pain in the ass. It's a literal pain in the ass. But Gary and the boys over at Buy and Refi cross country mortgage, Gary Girolamo group, can fucking crush the mortgage for you. They know what they're doing. It's streamlined. If you want to buy a house or refinance your existing mortgage, they are the ones to talk to. That's all I'm saying. You go full steam ahead with Gary and the boys. Get the rate quote. It's going to be the same rate as most places. The rates are what they are. The service is what makes the difference. We got a new president coming in. God knows what that means, but rates should come down because they always do, because they want to get you fucking votes, because they're shysters. They just want to suck you off. And I just got to tell you, sir, get a quote from Gary and go through them because they're phenomenal. At Buy and Refi on Instagram, the Gary Girolamo group of Cross Country Mortgage. Ben Franklin Print Company. Got to throw some thoughts and prayers out to Joe from Ben Franklin Print Company. If you are friends with Joe on Facebook or Instagram, look at his story. That man was trying to leave his house today, doing the earth a favor. The earth a favor. He was doing some recycling. He goes to leave his house, back door. His dog walks out first because he brings Ruger to work every day. Ruger's awesome. And he says, hey, Ruger, be careful. It's icy, because it was this morning. And Ruger hears him. He's careful on the stairs. And then Joe carried a big box of recycling. He slips, falls down the stairs, and breaks his pinky toe. He broke his motherfucking pinky toe today. This video, his Ring camera caught it. It's hilarious. Watch it. The video kind of sucks. The sound's funny because you hear the it's great. But also, he made this shirt. Joe at Ben Franklin Print Company makes all my shirts. He's the fucking goat of the screen printing industry. Mike, I didn't tell you this earlier. Yeah. Joe broke his toe today.
Aww.
If you were to look at his Facebook story,
yeah, you
can watch it. He fell down his back steps this morning on ice, and he's holding a box of recycling because it's today's trash day.
Yeah.
And he goes down like a sack of fucking shit. And I saw him today, and when I stopped by the shop, he's like, my toe hurts. I'm going to go to the doctor. No, he went to the doctor. It's broken.
It's one of those problems you don't have here in Florida. You don't slip on ice down here.
And I said I'll say
that has a
I quoted Harlem Nights. He broke his goddamn pinky toe. I said, you shut off my pinky toe. Little Della Reese, what do you call that?
Della Reese.
My wife does not enjoy when I say that.
What?
He shot my pinky toe.
Your wife gets Harlem Nights references.
She gets that one.
That's a fucking win, sir.
No,
whether she likes it or not, that's a fucking win, sir.
You don't think one Saturday night around 1 a.m. I said, this movie's phenomenal. You're going to love it. There's Harlem Nights with Eddie Murphy, Della Reese.
The only movie Eddie Murphy directed.
Richard Pryor. Who else in that movie? It's a murderer's row with black folks. Red Fox.
Red Fox.
In that movie.
Arsenio Hall.
Red Fox is so good, that movie. Red Fox is always good, but
when they're chasing him in the car, fucking shooting machine guns, and the guy just pulls out this little fucking 6-shooter and go, brr, brr. I told you to put that little motherfucker away.
I think he makes fun of Della Reese for being fat for a little while. They let him go off script, and it's very much like Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah.
Where you get Burgess Meredith just going. You don't need a script.
But Red Fox. She gives it back as hard as she takes it.
This is Red Fox. You let Red Fox do what he does because he's fucking Red Fox.
Fucking Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Della Reese, Eddie Murphy. Are you fucking kidding me? And people are like, it's just okay. It's like, I'm sorry. Watch it again.
Listen, the movie as a movie, it stinks.
Watch it
as
again.
A comedy movie, it's hilarious.
Fucking hilarious.
No. Harlem Nights is. I'm a huge Eddie Murphy movie guy from the 80s and 90s.
Yep.
He didn't do much wrong, in my opinion.
Yep.
And that one is sneaky awesome.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You do.
Did you finish Ben?
Yeah. No. You finished Ben. Finish Ben. Do the address on the Instagram handle.
All right. 177 North Main Street in Middleton. Go to benfranklinprintco.com. to order online. Of course, if you go to Ben Franklin _Printco on Instagram, you'll see they're kind of jammed up now because it is holiday season. So if you haven't got your orders in, it's probably not going to get there by Christmas. But definitely reach out to Joe at Ben Frank. Ben Franklin _Printco on the gram, and online, of course, at benfranklinprintco.com. Twisted Fate Brewing. Don't mind saying it. Best fucking beer in New England. I think we can lay that stamp down now for Twisted Fate Brewing. The best beer in fucking New England. Dave hasn't missed ever. Fucking ever. They are located at 120 Andover Street in Danvers. That's Route 114 in Danvers, next to the Guitar Center in front of the Walmart. You can just look for the beer signs on 114. I was saying, I think we can lay the official stamp down that Twisted Fate Brewing, best beer in New England.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dave hasn't missed once. Not once. Not never.
No, he's undefeated in any style you like, and the IPAs are the best around. The sours are sneaky great. I mean, I had Trillium at Modern Butcher and it was good, but Dave's got better beer.
Fucking challenge him. He'll fight you.
Now, I think now again, I'm not a huge stout guy or other beer. I'm an IPA guy. I don't think Dave can be beaten IPAs right now.
Here's the thing. I'm not an any type of beer guy, and I've mentioned it before. I wouldn't ever in a million fucking years call myself a sour guy. I love Dave's fucking sours.
Well, they're like sours for beginners. They're not super sour. They're delicious.
But still, they're fucking sours. Yep. Those motherfuckers, if I see a Twisted Fate sour, I can drink it. If I see somebody else, it's like, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, go to twistedfatebrewing.com and click on Find Our Beer. You can figure out what liquor stores are selling Twisted Fate and what bars are pouring Twisted Fate. You can also find their current tap list, private events, calendars, what's happening at Twisted Fate. Taproom hours can be found on the Instagram at twistedfatebrewing.com. Anthony's
in Tewksbury?
Roast beef and pizza.
With their new Grinch beef?
Holy shit, that thing looks ridiculous.
What the fuck is Adam doing? You want to just go outside and breathe for a second there, fella?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. I was mid burp and I tried to get 3 sentences out. It didn't work.
So they have the new Grinch beef, which is a jalapeno pesto, I'll call it.
Yeah.
And what you call that? Pesto have nuts.
I don't know what the fuck you call it. I'm trying to find
jalapeno puree.
Let me see here. Let's see.
It's jalapenos, onions, and cilantro blended up. So it's like, I don't know what it is.
All right. It looks so the Merry Grinchmas, their Grinch beef, it features house-made spicy jalapeno sauce, crispy potato sticks, pepper jack cheese, James River barbecue sauce, and mayo. So the big thing is that house-made spicy jalapeno sauce.
But the potato sticks is what interests me.
Yeah, so it's like, it looks like, as he's making it, fresh chopped jalapenos, onions, cilantro, some other shenanigans going in there. It looks fucking ridiculous. Petros has had like 4 of them.
Yeah, no, he's a spicy boy. He likes them.
It looks. I love jalapenos, and that was like such my fucking jam. It looks really fucking good.
There's garlic in it. It's probably phenomenal. Adam doesn't miss usually.
No,
although he caught some heat last week with some.
What happened?
So, our friend Adam.
Yeah,
Adam Larkin. He served raw chicken. Accidentally, a raw chicken parm sub came out of his kitchen. Mm-hmm. It was sent on delivery. It was sent to the person. The person reached out and said, "This chicken's raw."
Yep.
And he immediately, they reached out to the wrong Anthony's because, stupid people.
Oh, I did see this. Okay. Yeah.
Anthony's in Reading. When they finally got to the correct person 3 days later, he immediately did what they asked, which is a refund of that sandwich.
Sure.
Holiday week last week, banks aren't exactly swift with giving money back. This, and this is not cunt of the week, but this is the cunt. This cunt decides to go to social media, the Merrimack Valley Eats page with 106,000 members and try to shame my boy Adam.
Oh, settle down.
Now, you support us, we support you. It's very simple.
Yeah.
So I sent him a screen. I sent him a link. I said, hey, I don't know what, you're probably busy, but this is happening, and I think you should get in front of this because, we're friends. And
get in front of it. Yeah.
Also, I know he's not the guy to ignore.
Right.
Much like Matt from Burlington Next, he's front and center. If he fucks up, he knows it. He owns it.
Transparency.
Yes. He starts sending me screenshots of their conversation, of the receipts. I go, you were getting fucking dragged.
Yeah.
Come to the table with the proof. Bring the receipts, as the kids would say.
Right.
And he spun it around so fast. It was beautiful. So much fun to watch. Where this woman's just, you didn't call the restaurant. You sent a Facebook message because his Facebook automatically responds. His Instagram too, like it's an auto response. If you need to reach out immediately, please call us. We're very busy. If you need catering, this gives you options.
Right.
So he didn't steal the messages because he runs it.
Also, how did you order it? I mean, there's a lot of questions involved in this, but yes, if you have a problem with a restaurant, call the restaurant. Jesus Christ! I left a pair of fucking ponchos at Margaritaville at Universal. I called the restaurant.
So
you know what I mean? It's like Jesus fucking Christ, man.
The best was her total bill came to like $76,
right?
76 and change, and she rounded up to 80. Gave her the $3.74 tip,
and she wanted the tip. I saw that because that's what I feel.
But also, you tipped $3
on an $80 tip.
On $80. Listen,
bag.
I don't tip on percentages for delivery because it doesn't take you any more work to drive to my house.
Right.
But I ain't never to $3. Not on delivery.
Yeah.
Now you got to go at least 10% of the order for delivery because they're making a real wage. It's a whole formula.
Right.
You don't tip 20 on delivery because that's just stupid. But yeah. Anyways,
also
Adam made it right.
Demanding back the tip of $3 like you actually tipped.
But also the
Settle
tip
down.
went to the driver. The driver didn't cook your food.
The driver didn't cook your fucking food.
No. So anyways, Adam as usual took care of it. Stand-up guy, made it right. The front of the money and turned it around completely where he didn't get the beating. You know what I mean? Like the beating he could have gotten.
Sure.
Because he had the proof.
Right.
But Adam's great. Love him.
1921 Main Street in Tewksbury. That's Anthony's Roast Beef and Pizza in Tewksbury. You can find them online. You can order online, anthonystewksbury.com. Find them on Instagram, ARB Tewksbury. Where you can also find one of Petra's many fucking reviews. As a commenter said, Petra's has reviewed that 5 times already.
Listen, which I appreciate. Every beef deserves a review. It's like that guy who didn't review the Knicks place ones that sucked. They were good, but reviewed the bad one. No. Every beef gets a review because, as I've said in the past, you're only as good as your last beef.
And they look fucking phenomenal. Those look right up my fucking alley. Like
so
that,
he's putting them on
he's done 2 in a row now. That and the Devil's 3-Way that you helped him out with.
Yeah.
Those are like, oh my God, I'm fucking salivating over these fucking things, and I can't get up there anytime soon.
And I will take no credit on the new beef. I like taking credit, not my idea.
I think you starting him on the Devil's 3-Way kind of put him in that jalapeno mindset, and it's like,
yeah, he did it last year too.
I feel it's going to go down that road.
Listen, the man has courage.
Man has spicy taste.
He doesn't fuck missionary strictly.
Spicy taste.
Adam Larkin of Anthony's Roast Beef will try anal.
So, second topic of the night. Line skipping, motherfucker. Okay, so apparently, big time TV segment feature-y Andy fucking Ferg decided to grab his fucking friends and skip the line for a once-a-week beef. What an asshole! What an asshole!
Dare I?
How dare you? It was funny because like 2 weeks ago, we talked about this. You didn't skip the line, but we talked about this, and I made the fucking Henry Hill reference that I was able to actually drop the gift because people got pissed when you actually did it. Yes. Yes. If you don't know, now you know, bitches.
I'm not waiting. I don't wait in that line. I've never waited in that line.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You know what's funny is I'm going to tell you a story about when they didn't get mad, which baffles me. When they were in Newburyport, the line went down the road, and to get your back of the building beef, you had to drive into the back of the building.
Sure.
You had to have the line step aside. And I did that multiple times, and no one gave a fuck.
Now,
I made them move. I drove my truck down the driveway to make them move once to get the beef and a second time to leave, and no one cared.
Now, I got to ask you, because I never went to the Newburyport store. Were there windows in the front displaying you and your friends sitting there enjoying your first beefs of the day?
No, there was no seating in Newburyport.
There it is. There it is. Have you seen the movie Thanksgiving?
The horror movie? No.
Yes. Okay. So to catch you up, basically, first of all, it's a fantastic representation of Massachusetts people. Fantastic. But it basically, the opening takes place on Black Friday. And the daughter and her friends of the owner of the store that's going to open at midnight on Black Friday sneak in the back door, and her friends are being douchebags and waving their hands with their iPhones in front of the fucking assholes.
Okay, that's dickhead move.
And then the stampede starts and everyone dies. That's you and your beefs. That's you and your beer and your beefs with fucking Brendan and Fitzy and all the others that were there with you.
It was a man named Al, who's you should follow Al on Instagram. He's got a really fun page.
Okay.
He does a podcast called Bad Brain Pod, and his Relax Gaetano is his name. And it's funny. He does really good content, and it's Italian content. But it's not, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
He's got the accent. He owns Durham and Lynn, that sandwich shop.
Well, shoot me the fucking thing and I'll follow him. I don't give a shit.
And he's great, but like he wears the dumb sunglasses, but he doesn't annoy me. He doesn't go full fucking Tommy Garino.
Wasn't there one other? There was
Fitzy, Brendan, and this dude Al.
Just the four of you.
Four of us, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well, others that came and
I didn't know if there was more than four of you, but okay.
So it wasn't even my plan. This is funny. So Fitzy hits me up the other day. He's like, hey, we're skipping the line on Saturday at Modern. You in? I'm like, yeah, I think I am. I'm not going to Maine. I'm fucking staying home.
Right.
So I didn't talk to Lisa. I didn't reach out. I'm like, I'll be a fucking third wheel in this party. I'll just jump in.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yeah. So I get there at 10.
Right.
For a 10:30 meeting in front of Modern Butcher.
Right.
I say to myself, I said, fuck, is the novelty wearing off? There's no one here. 10 o'clock is late for Modern.
Right.
There's always a line early, and it wasn't that cold. It was chilly.
Sure.
I mean, you would have been cold for in Florida, but for a New Englander, it was
100%.
Slightly chilly. A hoodie was plenty on Saturday.
I was cold at the golf tournament.
So I park out front. I walk down the street, get myself a large black coffee, iced coffee from Kathmandu. Phenomenal coffee shop. Gotta give them some love because they got some cunt moved in next door trying to take their business. Anyways, Kathmandu, big thumbs up.
There you go.
Come walking out of Kathmandu. Small line is Kathmandu. It's he's from Kathmandu.
That's clever. That's just clever.
Nepal. Where basically where Everest is. Yeah, and
it's not really clever, but it's clever.
He's the great Mike. I went there when he first opened, day he opened, and I got a coffee. I'm a big review guy when something's awesome. I'm not one of those shit on place guys. I'm the opposite. If someone makes me happy and they're new, I'm like, yeah, a 5-star Google review all day.
Lindsay, we'll get to you and your appearance there.
Oh no, you didn't wait in line, Lindsay. You are a liar.
You better pump those brakes real fucking quick.
Liar, pants on fire.
Continue.
So the first time I went to Kathmandu, they first opened, I got a iced coffee and a scone or something, who knows. And they were really nice and I was happy. And I did a review on Google reviewed them, like 5-star review. This place is awesome. Hope they do well.
Nice.
Go back the next weekend in Ohm.
That's his name.
Yeah. OMOHM. He walks up, he goes, Andrew? That's my name. I see your Google review. Thank you. I'm like,
wow. That's that personal fucking touch, man.
That was like 14 years ago. He still knows my name.
That's that fucking personal touch right there.
He looks at me, does a quick little, mental Rolodex. Andrew, he yells at me like, "Oh, what's up, brother?" He's a cool shit. Anyways, yeah. I get my coffee from them. Come walking out. Small line starting to form. I move my truck. I said, I don't want to be the guy parked in front of Modern Butcher and cause a ruckus. I parked behind Brothers Deli. Fitzy's back there.
Your truck is not conspicuous.
Yeah, it's just so big and dumb with stickers all over it.
Or not inconspicuous. I'm not sure.
It's not inconspicuous. It is inconspicuous.
It is conspicuous. Okay, there it is.
I
caught up.
And Fitzy, so it's funny is I'm having like one of those rough anxiety mornings.
Sure.
And I know I'm in for it because
Because you're cutting a line. You're going to go sit in front
cutting
of people.
a line. I'm going to sit. So I'm popping anti-anxiety medication. Narcotics, if you will. Prescribed, but, they're not exactly street legal.
Yeah.
And Fitzy walks up and he sees me. I'm like, fuck. He didn't see nothing. Shut up. It's fine. I'm a disaster in real life. Just a half of a little boy. They
don't go well with the 8% fucking IPAs, but fuck it. Let's fucking go.
Or the shot.
Yeah.
So Fitzy busts out his GoPro.
Yeah, the modern shot.
Yeah. Fitzy busts out his GoPro. We walked by the line. He's doing his thing, filming because he's trying to make some content.
Baby.
And I'm happy to back of the bus this thing. I'm Rosa Parks in this thing. I am not leading the charge.
It was funny. It was texted to me. One of our listeners asked about it, and they're like, "Oh, well, they it didn't look like they went past the line. It looks like they went in the front door and blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Oh no, that was Fitzy's video." Mm-hmm. If you continue on, they actually Henry Hilled that bitch.
Back in the line, Fitzy comes in. He filmed the whole thing. It was great. It was good. Yeah. A good video. We sat down. Lisa yelled to us, "Do you want four three-ways?"
Woo!
The person that might have been there that you're thinking of is Fitzy's kid was there.
Maybe.
He's a little guy. We didn't bring Grimace. We brought a child.
That was probably it.
Yeah, there was a fifth person. Fitzy's little boy was there hanging out. So
it wasn't Grimace.
Yeah, it wasn't great. He's so small. Lisa looks over, 4 all the same. We like, yeah, send it 4 three-ways. So we sit down. We take the 4 seats in front of the view, the best spot, obviously.
Right.
And apparently, some drippy vagina of a man had brought his son to Modern Butcher, and they got there early, front of the line. Hey, we're getting the first beefs this week. You and I. Oh. He didn't realize that a handful of dickheads are backdooring this bitch.
Here's the thing. Now, I seen his comments.
Yeah.
I saw everything he said. I missed the part where he had his kid with him. That's what it was.
Yep.
You ruined his hero as a dad moment.
Yeah, I did. Listen, he got cucked. Sorry, kid.
His kid was like, "Those guys are cooler than you, Dad."
Yeah. Why do they get to go in early?
You fucking drip.
Yeah, that kid's gonna go to remember that for the rest of his life. And my dad's a fucking clown.
Oh, remember that time my dad said we were gonna get the first beefs at Modern Butcher, and then those cool guys rolled in.
And you know what's funny though? Like, we're not cool guys, but we did backdoor it, and a couple giants, Italian doing fucking sunglasses on. Brendan had green sweatpants on. It was those sweatpants. Brendan had the worst sweatpants I've ever seen in my life.
Brendan rolled out of bed.
Those are the worst. They were fucking Kelly green sweat joggers, like tapered ankle joggers. Ugh. It was funny. No, he didn't, because they matched his hat and his sweat. So his hat had Kelly green and blue, and his hoodie was blue and Kelly green pants. He accessorized.
Oh my god!
Ugh.
So good. It's so
I
fucking
walked up,
good.
I walked
could
up
have been better.
Did you lose a bet? What are you doing? So here's the thing, though. We got there. We were in there, sitting there at 10:30. They opened till 11.
Right.
And we got there just in time for the shot.
Yep.
We enjoyed the shot. I nearly puked because I hadn't had any liquid that day yet. I'm not doing. And they don't. Those ramekins are not shots. They're bigger than shots.
No, they're good.
Yeah. So it was good Irish whiskey too. Good. No, good. I'm sorry. No, not Irish. It was Scotch. Good Scotch.
That's why the guy hated us so much.
So we're sitting there fucking killing the world, having fun. And this fucking prick, he got in. He was first after us.
He was first, but like fifth.
But like he wouldn't have gotten in when we got in. We got beefs before they were open. We got pre-beefs. You know, Mike, when you're about to have sex with a woman, a little dribble comes out.
Yeah.
We were pre-com beefers. We weren't there for the real load. We already beefed. I'm sure Warren had one before us too. We weren't first. You got the first beef. Shut up. You got the first fucking beef that was,
It has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. It has 100% to do with you were the cool guys that got the first beef in his kid's eyes.
Yeah, his kid hates him now. It's fine.
You destroyed him as a man without even knowing it.
If he got there at 9 a.m. and I cucked him that hard, he got there at 10:30. Settle down.
He was the first.
He got there a little.
He had it though. He was like,
"It's true,
my boy, the pride of my eye. We're gonna have
progeny.
The first beef in this fucking shop. I got here for us. We got in line first. We're gonna first. What the fuck are they doing?"
As a dad of a daughter
is he in sweatpants? And the kid's like, "Those guys are so fucking cool."
We really were like the worst rat pack of all time. Just Irish and stupid with one Italian. 3 mixed and a guinea just coming in hot.
Oh my god.
So
those guys are so fucking cool.
Dad, why can't you be with them? I'm gonna do a review and call them out. It didn't end well for you, sir.
It didn't go well for you, stupid.
Didn't go your way. You got double hit with that one. You didn't do well because you're an idiot.
I mean, content-wise, fantastic. It was like 1,000 comments on it.
Oh no, it was great for the group, and I'm sorry, get over it. I'm gonna skip the line every fucking time, unless I don't. And there's a possibility I don't soon.
Oh my god.
I'm going to, if I can find the right weekend where I'm around and weather is proper, I need a cold day.
Yeah.
Not a crazy cold day, not 6 degrees.
Proper
I'm talking mid-20s.
Yeah, there you go.
I can deal with the cold.
Jesus Christ.
I want mid-20s.
I was thinking like, 65.
No, mid-20s.
That's cold for me now.
I'm rolling in 9:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Lawn chair, wool mittens, big jacket, a parka, if you will, and I'm going to Bernie Sanders that fucking line. I'm going to sit there like Bernie fucking Sanders at the inauguration and just shiver.
So
and I'm first fucking line.
First of all, fantastic. Do it.
Thank you.
Please. And the pictures need to be phenomenal. But I don't think it was just that you went in with your crew and you got your first beefs. But there was also comments and people were coming up to you and people were saying hello to you and people were kissing the ring, if you will, bitch.
Big weekend for you, boy.
It was a good weekend for Mr. Beef, Andy Ferg here.
Well, I was wearing my Notre Dame hoodie.
The Beef Notre Dame hoodie.
Yes, which catches a lot of attention. And a lot of people in line.
A stupid good logo.
Yeah. A lot of folks in line inquired about it. How do I get it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you buy it right now.
Buy it.
I accepted Venmos. I was selling fucking hoodies.
Right.
And also people who I just know came through the line. A guy named Kurt Wetterlow, who Dirk Cobain. Remember Dirk Cobain?
Yes. Holy shit.
He was there.
He was there when we went.
Yes, he was there. We talked for a while. Good kid. Like, there wasn't like there was this ass kissing thing. I know people.
Yeah, but to a guy that hates you, it looks like ass kissing.
But no, then
to
that
someone
guy
who is actively hating you, it looks like fucking ass kissing.
There was that guy who didn't hate me, who sat behind me and left me alone, that wrote what I could not write myself as the nicest thing ever written about me.
It was very nice, actually.
It was just this beautiful, just a poem, really, about how the community and what I've done for it and how awesome I am and how good looking I am and how big my dick is. It was really wonderful. It was actually not 6 inches long. No, it wasn't 6 inches long. It was 6 inches from the floor. That's how big it was. He was like this, and it's smooth. It's not bumpy, and the head is it's bulbous. It's bulbous, and the circumcision was done beautifully. And he really loved the head of my dick. Very Darth Vader-ish, he said, which is accurate. I do have a Darth Vader head on my dick.
That's very good.
But, the man really, he waxed poetic about me and in my dick and how great I am. And I really appreciated that.
Sure.
So, again,
I missed all the dick stuff, but I did hear how important of a person you were.
How many colors your ween has is a question.
Oh, calm down with that. Don't even read those.
Well, I'll answer it. I have 2.
All right. Fair enough.
I have flesh and pink.
Same color.
Purple-ish. I got mauve. Is mauve a color? Mauve.
Right.
No, Mike. Let's no.
How many colors? It's called Merlot. First of all,
how many colors is your dick?
The head of your dick is called Merlot.
No, mine's not that dark.
Oh, mine is.
No, I'm like a rosé.
Sicilian,
I'm a dark rosé. I'm a darkish like a watered down Pinot Noir. Like a little, not light, but not talking fucking Merlot. Merlot's a deep red. That's if I get wicked excited, maybe.
Yeah, I can get Merlot. I
mean, she's asking the question. She wants to know what color my dick is. I mean,
is it
it's not. Well, yeah, that's the same with some comment the whole time.
I can't see that.
So she's asking about what color my dick. I mean, if you've seen the Fergfest logo, there's a lightish red on the Fergfest logo. It
was actually modeled after your dick.
Yeah, no, Joe took a picture. Yeah,
Joe took a picture of your dick and then took the little eyedropper thing on Photoshop and just kind of tapped it and was like, "All right, we're gonna make this the color of Andy's dick." So
I was thinking this the other night. I'm glad you brought this up. Like the guy who did my circumcision, fucking champion. Like it is a clean, nice cut around. It's a really good cut. Like he did a good job.
I've never thought about it, but was it not Ricky Stenicki?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
You've seen the movie.
No, of course I was, but I remember this part. I don't have a.
He fucking circumcised a dick with a fucking.
Oh yeah, yes, he does. No, that doesn't make sense.
Because they fucking double dosed Rabbi fucking Jeff Ross.
So I think what they do is they pull the foreskin, they stretch the foreskin out, and then use a cigar cutter together. No, so I'm going to go. It was
clearly in one of my blackouts when it happened.
So if you have a foreskin, if you're uncircumcised, you can pull the foreskin beyond the head of your dick.
Sure.
And the cigar cutter can cut that tip off, and then it heals back.
Yeah.
I don't know what tool was used in my circumcision.
Right.
But the man was skilled.
Okay.
I had the Leonardo da Vinci of fucking Jewish doctors. There is no extra flesh. When it comes out, it's primo. Just saying. Really nice.
That's fantastic.
Like Darth Vader, but light Merlot.
Never thought that. I've never thought about that.
They say your head matches your lips. That's probably that's pretty good, Lindsay. That's pretty good, Lindsay. I think it's accurate. No, I'm gonna stick with the dick. Let's talk about dicks.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm done.
So Lindsay said she waited in line.
Oh, did she? Did she say that?
She did.
So I'm sitting there enjoying my beers with the boys. We stayed too long, and Warren walks up and said, "Hey, someone's talking about you over there. Say she's really, she's somebody in the beef page."
Tick boom.
They eliminated the first tick. It was tick tick boom, but those motherfuckers edited it wrong.
We knew what it was. They wanted to get more Danny Gillis in there.
I said, tick, tick, boom, motherfucker. Anyways, sitting there, Warren walks over and said, "Hey, someone's talking about the beef page and how they're a big deal on the beef page. And do you know this person?" I'm like, "Who?" Now I'm super curious. He says, "The girl over there with the purple hair." Look over, there she is. There's Lindsay. And Lindsay is an important person.
A big deal.
A big deal on the beef page. I don't know who she said it to. Probably the bouncer. And then I come to find out, because it's a bouncer, of course. Doug's there. She asked her daughter, who's a savvy little minx, asked to use the bathroom.
The door guy is the bouncer, Lindsay.
Yes.
That's Doug.
Yeah, Doug. Well, Doug reports back to Warren, Lindsay. He's a rat. Apparently, her daughter asked to use the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
And they went in because, you wouldn't say no. You're not dickheads. Let the girl use the bathroom. She's a youngster.
Right.
And once they were in, they found themselves a place in line to order the fucking beef, which is a genius move. But also, you didn't wait in line very long. Settle down, Lindsay.
Whoops.
Yep. Busted. So, hey, listen, you got your beef. You got your three-way. Warren's like the purple-haired lady. It was just hysterical.
The purple-haired lady.
It wasn't purple. It was like the head of my dick. It was like a light purple.
It was the color of your lips. There we go. We learned that already.
Yes, yeah. Same as my dick head. It was perfect.
It was the color of your dick. What? Let's see.
That's a paragraph. I'm not reading that. But yeah, the people that
many words.
I'm gonna say this out loud.
The second one.
I'm sorry about me cutting a line, but I'm going to every fucking time unless I don't want to, because the amount of things. The amount of things I've done for these people and these pages and these groups, and the money I've put in their pockets. I'm cutting the fucking line. Get over yourself. I'm gonna cut it every fucking time. 10 out of 10, sir. You can just lick my balls.
We specifically put this topic right below Chronicle to highlight the fact that he literally put the industry on Chronicle last night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. But if anybody deserves to cut a line, it's this fucking guy.
I ain't waiting. If I go to Londy's right now, not right now, it's closed, but tomorrow at lunchtime, if I'm in line, 12th in line, and Ted sees me, I'm getting and then I turn around, sit down. I just sit down.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Greek fries. I'm going to get a junior super three-way, and I'm getting an Alvo Galamo soup, fucking Greek cum soup.
What's a junior super three-way?
Oh, he calls it a junior, but it's the size of a fucking super.
Gotcha.
I'm going to get those things put in front of me, and Ted's going to sit down and talk, because we're boys.
Because you're boys.
And Ted understands, and I help the industry. Get over it. Sorry, I'm sorry your son hates you now. I'm sorry
just to roll it back to 2 weeks ago when we kind of touched on this cutting line bullshit. When Modern Butcher started doing beefs in Danvers, they didn't promote it.
Nope.
They told one person, that was you.
Yep.
That one person told 5, maybe 6 people. Okay.
Yep.
And Modern Butcher themselves, who have a very good social media following, didn't post about it until they were almost sold out that day.
Yep.
Meaning,
I posted that they had a beef.
Meaning that just telling you that they were doing beefs sold out their beefs for the first day they sold beefs in Danvers.
Well, you know what they paid me for that, right?
0? A beef? A beef and a shot of whiskey?
You ruined the surprise. Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck? I know who you are. I know you don't ask for shit.
It's not about the money. It's about the beef.
You clout chasing motherfucker.
Yeah. Why would I just help friend?
You.
I wish I had a cunty bun on my body.
You should open up a dive bar and serve beefs.
I might have to,
just in case.
Maybe CGEF Sports Bar will do it.
Whatever the fuck they're doing. Anyway, no, you shouldn't have to wait for beefs. It is,
I never.
It is what it is. This isn't fucking new.
We spent so much. So Fitzy didn't stay long. He had his kid with him. But me, Brendan, and Al, who owns Durham, and has the podcast and such. And
right.
We sat there for a long time, which ended up making my Saturday very different. I took an afternoon nap. I said, I can't continue this day.
Attaboy.
Afternoon nap, powered through. Then I ended up going to dinner with my wife. We had a good dinner in Salem at a Tavern in the Square, little tits action.
Oh, nice tits.
Which is not called that. What's it called now? It's called the Derby.
Derby.
It's tits. Yeah. It's tits. Went home. She made me watch Love Actually. I've never seen it.
Okay. You've never seen it?
No, I'm really anti those movies.
It's a Christmas movie.
Those rom-com British fucking
that's a good movies. Christmas movie. What?
I enjoyed
that in the rotation.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I'd never seen it. I didn't watch it, not on purpose. It came out when I was slaying gash. When I was out there crushing puss.
We covered it last week. You never slayed gash.
When I was out there crushing puss, 2001.
Puerto Rican, and then you married your wife.
The 2001, I was out there just crushing puss. Just slaying gash and at least trying to. And, I didn't watch that movie. And it was funny. She's like dared me to watch it. I'm like, put it on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch it. She's going, you gonna go to bed? I go, no. I'm raw dogging this shit. Phone is down. I'm watching this fucking movie. I end up enjoying it a lot, actually.
I am ignoring Mike's text tonight.
Yeah, you were going. You were going.
I was going.
I think I actually outlasted you because they stopped, and I was an hour from being done. And then Sunday was fucking ruined because I drank way. we drank a 1.5 liter bottle of wine.
Oof. From
1 a.m. We'd already been going.
Now
we cracked one at 1 a.m.
You guys drink wine.
Yeah, we do.
Are you wine drinkers? Do you give a shit about what you buy, or are you buying garbage and having hangovers?
So we have a brand we like, a couple brands we like, but they're not expensive.
Okay.
We just like the way they taste, and we're big.
But do they? But they don't kill you though. They're
not unless I drink
cheap shit that destroys you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No. I'm fine. What we'll do is we buy a brand. It's Principato. It's an Italian, Pinot Grigio, and it's usually pretty cheap if you buy it in bulk.
Is it really Italian?
It says made in Italy.
Principato.
It says made in Italy, and it's a very dry Pinot Grigio, and I don't like sweet wine.
Okay.
Which is probably why I don't get hangovers from it.
You're a white wine guy.
I'll drink Pinot Noir as well, which is not a dry red wine.
I appreciate you not being racist.
Big Pinot guy. Huge Pinot guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I buy it in bulk because it saves money. And normal if we're gonna have a night,
right?
We'll piss through 2 1.5 liter bottles, 80%, 75% me, 25% her.
Sure.
This was a 3-bottle night.
Okay.
And that ruined Sunday.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! I was a mess. Naps falling down, sleeping. There was McDonald's. It was bad.
How was she?
She does better than me because I drink way too fast. I drink beer like I drink wine like I drink beer.
See, that is the problem, isn't it?
I go way too fast. Keep looking over and go, you drinking?
I have no way how to gauge wine. I drink.
I look over at my wife.
Everything else.
I fill a 16-ounce pint glass, half with ice, and dump a fucking half a bottle of wine in there.
Yep.
14 seconds later, I look over at her and go, "What, you not drinking?
You want another?
What the hell are you doing? Watching a show. Have a fucking drink."
Christ.
Anyways.
All right. Next up. Moving right along.
Moving right along. Christmas movies.
Moving right along. So we were having this text discussion. OG MILFs.
Mm-hmm.
The original MILF. The phrase MILF, I believe, and you can Google this and let us know if we're wrong. I believe the term MILF was created in the American Pie movie. When
probably correct.
The Chinese kid said, MILF, mom, I'd like to fuck, about Stifler's mom.
Yep. I think that's accurate.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yep.
Well, the original MILF has to be Beverly D'Angelo, Ellen Griswold.
Ever since you sent this to me, I've been racking my brain to find a different answer just for content's sake, right. And there is no different answer.
There is no different answer.
National Lampoon's Vacation in 1981, I believe.
Yeah, probably.
She dumps him out.
That was just it. There was always Phoebe Cates in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, blah 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 blah. There was always the hot girls in the movies, but the mom was always the mom. And 1983, actually.
83, okay.
83 was National Lampoon's Vacation.
I'm just trying to think of anything before that movie where someone's mom was remotely fuckable. Unless you're, again, there's some weirdos out there wanting to fucking bang Mrs. Cleaver. June.
Yeah, but there's a difference. And there's a whole difference there, because even if like
Mike Sullivan's an idiot, Piggy Bunny the OG MILF, settle down.
Okay, even so. Mrs. Cleaver, let's take for example. You want to fuck her, but she didn't make herself fuckable.
Nope. No, that's a fetish.
That's the thing. It's like when we were kids in the 80s, all of a sudden we're watching fucking Lampoon's Vacation, and the shower scene comes up. People always talk, and as a guy who ran video stores, people always fucking talked about the Fast Times videotape. And that part where Phoebe Cates got out of the pool was always fucked up because people would pause and rewind and pause and rewind. Nobody ever talked about the National Lampoon's fucking tape, which was equally, if not more, fucked up.
No. Listen. Phoebe Cates was an attractive young lady.
100%.
But she is not 1983 Beverly D'Angelo with such perfect tits.
And also, out of fucking nowhere.
Yep.
Out of fucking nowhere. Like you saw the fucking Phoebe Cates scene coming. It's like, all right, I get it. It's
Judge Reinhold's jerking off in the fucking closet.
It's an 80s fuck film. Like we get it. We get this. But this is, Vacation. This is, they're going to Wally World, and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit! Look at those fucking tits.
She has potentially a top 10 set in TV movie history, I'd say.
And she showed him 3 times in that movie.
Yeah, she's got really nice. So
it was a shower scene.
Yep.
It was after the shower scene where she fluffed out her fucking shirt in the mirror, tit shot. And then it was the post Christy Brinkley pool scene where she took her top off and jumped in the pool naked. 3 times, one movie, OG MILF.
Rated PG.
It wasn't, but
was it? No, it was R.
It was R.
Oh, yeah. There's again Peg Bundy. Sure, she's a MILF, but not even close to 8 years. 8 years later.
Yeah, but here's the thing. And also on Married with Children, Kelly was the sex appeal of the show.
Yeah. Peg Bundy was, you weren't supposed to find her hot because of her hair.
When you're talking about the sex appeal of a movie or a television show, it was the daughter that was a sex appeal of that show. It was the mom on this show, on this movie.
The mom in it's Christmas. Vacation, European Vacation, Christmas Vacation.
Yep,
Christmas. But then you got to Vegas, and the daughter became the hottest of the. I would say the hottest of the daughters was on Vegas.
Was in Vegas, but she still tried to fucking run it out with the fucking Wayne Newton shit.
Oh yeah, she got
the tits up and all that shit. But still, with the European Vacation, did the PG-13 shower scene, where they shot it from behind and Clark was fucking holding the video camera, and then they fucking the tourists stole it or whatever the fuck, and all of a sudden she's on a billboard and there's a sex tape. Ellen Griswold, first sex tape in movie history.
Has anyone ever looked hotter than Ellen Griswold without dumping them out than the magazine Sticky Fingers scene in Christmas Vacation when those fucking monster tits just jiggling on the fucking teddy?
And she's talking so much shit. I was texting you about it.
Yeah.
Your mother buys cheap hot dogs. What a cunt.
And these big natties just fucking dancing in that little teddy. Just dancing.
And it was like all of a sudden Christmas fucking dinner, and she's got the fucking the top with the fucking tits cut out. And it's like,
speaking of, the scene in that movie where the cops come in.
Yes.
And she grabs the dick.
Yep.
Do you know about this?
Go on.
Sidebar going on here?
Go on.
She was trying to give the director notes. It wasn't the regular director that had previous movies. She was trying to she had ideas, and he was ignoring her.
Okay.
So this scene's coming up. She says, all right, you don't want to pay attention to me? I'm not important. I'm Ellen fucking Griswold, motherfucker.
I'm grabbing his dick. She
grabbed his dick. He didn't notice. Now they're going to do a lot of extra shots, a lot of close-up shots, this shot. Well, they'd already canned the first one.
Yep. They canned the wide shot.
Yeah, her dick grab is now in the movie and has to stay for the rest. I always thought the dick grab was weird. I'm like, this is a bizarre little turn, but it's National Lampoon's. No, this was Ellen fucking Griswold saying, look at me.
This is Beverly D'Angelo being like, fuck you. I am this character.
The best hits in movie history. I'm still fucking gorgeous and I'm 50. Guess what? I'm grabbing Chevy's dick over and over again. And I'm going to let go for a second.
I don't care what kind of jokes you're going to run in this fucking scene. I'm grabbing the attention.
And I'm going to shake the sheriff's hand, the chief of police's hand, and I'm going back to the dick. And that scene was always a little weird. Like, what is this? But no, she did it on purpose and owned the scene and said, fuck you.
That's awesome. I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, no, I just saw the interview there. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
He was ignoring me, she said. He wouldn't take my notes. He wasn't paying attention to me. All right.
Didn't know.
Grabbing his dick. Yep. No.
Did not know that.
Phenomenal. Again, I'm going to probably watch that movie 37 more times until Christmas, and then afterwards, of course.
Oh, 100%.
OG MILF is Beverly D'Angelo. It is not even a discussion.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about off air, there was no discussion of, let's do a top 5. It's like, no, we're just going to have a discussion about Beverly D'Angelo.
Yeah, no, she's the goat and the OG of MILF.
I mean,
others
the phrase was created for Jennifer Coolidge in American Pie.
Hold on, I do have one that I'm going to kind of give you.
Go ahead.
The wife in Jaws. Sneaky sexy. Not at the level. She wasn't trying, but she was a bit of a whore in a good way, as a good wife.
Sure.
And I do kind of want to throw it in her.
That's one of those you get older, and it's because she sits there and gets drunk with Brody, and that's all it is. That's
the anti-MILF is. The anti-MILF is the mom in fucking The Shining. What a boner killer she is.
Yeah.
What a boner killer that fucking skank is. Fuck off, die. Shitty olive oil. She was born to play olive oil.
Shitty olive oil.
Born out the womb. I'll be olive oil someday, I guess.
Oh shit.
Karen Allen too. She has no kids, but fuck her.
Yeah, Karen Allen's terrible. Ads. Cabaret.
Are you pissing or am I pissing?
Do you have to piss?
Of course.
All right then. Go ahead and piss.
All right.
Go ahead and take your piss. Fuck. Thank you to the Cabaret Lounge, 96 Newbury Street in Peabody. That's Route 1 South in Peabody. They're open 7 days a week till 1 o'clock in the morning. And of course is F Buddy's go-to place for our live shows when I happen to fly my ass on up to Massachusetts. You can find them on the gram at Cabaret Lounge Peabody. They are definitely up in their social media game. The Cabaret Lounge, Route 1 South in Peabody, 7 days a week till 1 o'clock in the morning, and on Instagram at Cabaret Lounge Peabody. For your catering needs, head on over to nicksplaceonline.com. Yes, nicksplaceonline.com. He doesn't think we can hear him. He doesn't think we can hear him as he's singing across the room and banging into his microphone. He doesn't think we can hear him as he sings across the room and bangs into his microphone.
I'm singing Holiday Road. Who sings it?
We are at
who sings Holiday Road?
Oh, who is that? Buckingham?
Lindsay Buckingham.
Lindsay Buckingham.
Where am I going now?
We're at Nick's Place.
Nick's Place.online for catering?
NicksPlaceOnline.com.
Oh, for the website, but NicksPlace.online for the Instagrams for your catering needs.
Yes, NicksPlace.online on the gram, NicksPlaceOnline.com for the online.
I'm gonna tell you a story about Nick's Place right
and
now.
The catering.
I have a story.
Go ahead.
Costa reached out the other day, as he does. Sent me 73 texts in 1 second. It was amazing. Just filled the screen. But he said to me, he's like, I wanna feed your family.
It's aggressive.
It's a weird thing to say, but cool. Costa's he's intense.
Aggressive.
I said, yeah, no, I appreciate that. If you want to cook for us, that's awesome. But here's the thing, because he's a caterer.
Sure.
So I says to him, I have a big issue. My wife has celiac. She can't have gluten or she'll fucking die.
Right.
Like, not a preference. She's got the allergy, the disease. He told me I'm the king of gluten-free. I get the best bread, the best pizza, the best ziti. I said, well, fucking send it then. Now we're in business. So my boy Cost is doing a Ferg family dinner coming up.
No shit.
There's only 3 of us. It's not like we're fucking feeding an army, but he's gonna bring some chow to the fam, pizzas and zitis and such.
I just mean the fucking celiac thing. That's impressive.
I mean, I should have realized, because he's a really sharp fella. Like, he's not just some scumbag steak and cheese making sweaty Greek. He's like he's got the business thing going on.
Yeah.
Well, you know these guys who they put sweat in the sandwich to make it taste better. These fucking white t-shirt wearing fucking hairy people that just lean over and just drips off them.
Yeah. And
now you have extra salt in your sandwich. You know, those Greeks, the worst kind of Greeks.
The worst kind.
Yeah. So I'm a big Costa guy. And he's going to make dinner for the fam soon. NicksPlace.online on the Instagrams, NicksPlaceOnline.com for your catering needs, of course.
Of course. And you can also find the locations to all Nick's Places on NicksPlaceOnline.com.
Fuck is that?
What?
Yeah, nothing's fine. It's all good.
Thank you to Jamie's Roast Beef in Peabody, 44 Margin Street in Peabody, jamiesroastbeef.com. If you want to order online and on social media at Jamie's Roast Beef. Besides their roast beef, just recent posts on their social media, their pizza roll looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, no, they're on a huge comeback right now.
It looks fucking ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like something I want to have like tomorrow.
Well, they have all of Matt's recipes, right, and they're just executing them. They don't spread themselves thin with 3 restaurants correctly. Someone came at me with the modern review today, and they said something like, "Oh, Jamie's is better." I said, "Okay, that's fair if you think that. I'm just curious.
Why?
When was your last time having Jamie's?"
Yeah.
Because I have an interest in our sponsors, and they sucked for a little while. They're in a rough period. And he said last week, I said, that's what I see. You're allowed to think it's better than Modern, of course. It's an opinion. But if you've had it recently, that makes me think, okay, all right, now we're on the come. Now we got it. Now we got the juice.
Here's the thing. That's a good fight to have for Jamie's.
That is.
That's a good fight to have for Jamie's when people are like, I had it last week. It's fucking better than Modern. Okay, well, let's have this fucking fight. Let's go.
Well, that's also my integrity. I can't be like, I don't really pay me, but you know what? I'm going to argue with people about this. Sure. I have questions.
Jamie's in Peabody, again, 44 Margin Street. They are open every day from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can find them on social media at Jamie's Roast Beef. In Linfield, Pasalito, School Street Food.
Pretty good. Open 7 days a week now, by the way.
Yes, sir. 618 Salem Street in Peabody. Find them.
Linfield.
God damn it, Linfield.
618 Salem Street. I'm going to share this.
Do it again. 618 Salem Street
in
Linfield. Linfield. I should remember that.
The city you grew up in.
Literally the city I grew up in. We got too many Peabody sponsors. That's the problem.
Yeah, I guess.
School Street Foods on Instagram. Just fucking good people doing good fucking things and making good fucking food. Holy shit. Like there's no like there's no bad way to sell this. It's just amazing. Javier, Gina, they're doing fantastic things. They did a pop-up with
Paul Doobie
and his wings, and it seemed like it went fucking gangbusters. Everyone was posting about it.
Oh yeah, so many posts.
I saw
I wanted to go, but I was
fucking posts about Paul Doobie's wings at School Street Foods, which means a lot of people are able to get to School Street Foods in Linfield, because that's always the issue when you open a new spot, is like, oh, okay, well, you're a popular character in this fucking group, but are people going to be able to get to your place now? Well, they've now proven that people can get to 618 Selm Street in Linfield and get those good goddamn fucking foods. Oh, it is Pasalito. But yeah, they're fantastic. I highly recommend swinging by. I might be making an appearance in a couple weeks, maybe. Don't want to spoil a surprise for a couple people, but I might be able to swing by and grab a pastelito in a couple weeks. Maybe not. But School Street Foods, they're doing great things. Again, great people doing great things. Open Tuesday. What is it? What do they open?
7 days a week now. They just changed the hours. 7 days a week.
Oh, they just changed the hours. Okay.
Yeah, 9 to 7. 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
7 days a week. There we go.
Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it all.
All right, fantastic. And our newest sponsor, last on the roster, first in our hearts, Bada Bing, Bada Boom.
Getting early.
Bada Bing Pizza and Bada Boom Sports Bar and Lounge in Methuen, 32 Hampshire Street in Methuen. Let me see if I can find their hours, kid. They're okay. Mostly 11 to 9. Friday and Saturday to open at 10. Sundays noon to 8. Either way, it's a fantastic spot for pizzas and beers and fucking games. Like it's an absolute top-notch sports bar.
We're gonna go soon.
Top notch.
Probably heading there. Nobody knows. Pretty soon.
So we appreciate them appreciating us, and we appreciate them. Bada Bing Pizza and Bada Boom Sports Lounge.
Thank you, Delano, for making that happen
in Methuen. Let's see. Okay. Next topic is Movie World.
Listen, here's the thing. We can't do them all. Let's move on to the real ones, because I'm not doing my conspiracy theory right now.
All right. Do you want to talk about doing PDA in a bar?
No,
you don't want to do that one either.
We're going to skip that. We're skipping the last two. We're going to go right to FMK, NOMB, and
all right.
Let's do FMK. Let's do FMK right now. Let's do FMK. I'm ready for this one.
I already have MM and your NAMBLA fucking thing.
My NAMBLA one, fine. It's a real quick one. Nobody asked me, but
there you go.
I think it's fucking strange that people are championing a fucking cold-blooded murderer who shot a CEO in the back in broad daylight in New York City. Again, I get that corporate America is a fucking toxic cesspool, and the wage gap between the average CEO and the average employee is disgusting, and United Healthcare denies double the claims of the average health insurance company, and this man made an extra $5 million last year beyond his salary in bonuses because he denies claims. He actually created an algorithm to deny claims. He's a real piece of shit. I'm not denying that. But we can't go around cold-blooded murdering people to live in a society as Americans. He's a capitalist. We're a capitalist nation. We're not a communist nation. We have to make money. And the fact that people are now making him into this fucking hero for the revolution, that's not going to happen. And also the fact that he's a hot guy, because I've heard from many people I know he's hot with his abs, is making it grosser. Like you chose this fucking hot Luigi Mangione with his fucking abs to be your hero. It's gross. It's embarrassing. It's not American. You shouldn't be Again, I get it. I understand the problem with this country. It's a huge problem. The lobbyists ruin this country. The greed is out of fucking control. But we're not walking around New York City with a fucking 3D printer made gun, popping some CEO in the back 3 times, and then getting caught at McDonald's like some fucking idiot.
But his name is Luigi.
Luigi Mangione, pasta fagioli. Fucking, it's stupid. And it's just, I don't want to live in a country where this is okay.
No.
Where you take out the people that make the most, because it's a dangerous place, and it's going to create copycat killers. It's going to create a culture that making money is not okay. Again, he makes too much. We can agree on that. We don't.
Here's the thing. He made $10 million. But does he though? Like who are we to say they make too much? They're in a business. They're in a business we're not in.
I'm going to tell you why.
Why does he make too much?
He made too much because he doubled his salary in bonuses by denying claims. So he created an algorithm that would deny claims based on certain qualifications, and they denied double the industry average of claims. So the industry average of health insurance company is 16% of claims get denied. United Healthcare denied 32%, which drove his profits up, which made his bonus huge. So he made money off your dying grandmother not getting covered.
Okay.
And he's a piece of fucking shit.
Sure.
But I don't want vigilante justice doing this. I would like and they won't, which is the issue, which is why this is happening, the government to step in, and the FBI, the CIA, somebody, fucking the Ghostbusters, someone to show up and say, no, you can't just fucking screw people over like that. But this Luigi Mangione with his abs showed up and popped 3 bullets in the guy's back, and now he's this fucking superhero that every chick wants to fuck.
But isn't that the American way?
What, they want to fuck him? Yeah,
both actually. Unfortunately, both. Where you screw over the smaller people to make more money for yourself when you're the larger person, and then also heroizing. I don't know what the real word is. Like
heroizing, fight heroism.
Heroizing, for lack of a fucking better term, these killers. Like it. I sent you a text, and it's a wildly different topic, but similar. In regards to it, where he killed somebody. This happened when Rolling Stone put the Boston Marathon bomber on the cover, and basically young girls got moist.
That was such a bad idea.
Over a fucking terrorist.
That was one of the worst missteps in media history. Like,
but it happened.
It did.
It did happen, and that's also what's happening now. It's like, I don't give a shit what his intentions are. Like he straight up walked up and murked a dude in the street, and you're like, I would have his fucking babies. It's like, you're the fucking problem.
Well, I sent you that link. I follow a page called Mug Shotties.
Yeah.
And it's just hot mug shots of broads, and it's the comments are always hilarious because I didn't see nothing. I can fix her, stuff like that.
Oh well, I've sent you the Facebook group of I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's basically hot bitches getting out of fucking prison, type of thing. But it's all like once you go into the comments, like they have all their. It's hilarious because they're trying to do sexy photos in prison. Hilarious, by the way.
Yep.
But then you dive into the comments, and the social media fucking investigators have figured out, oh yeah, she murdered 5 people. 2 of them were children, and she's in jail forever. It's like
romanticizing, Mike.
But it's like a dating page. It's a dating page.
So this Mug Shotties page is not that. It's they list the crime, and then people are still gonna fix her. But they put this guy up today, and the comments were just all these thirsty broads and gays.
Mm-hmm.
begging for a piece of this fucking guy's dick.
Yeah.
And listen, I saw the picture. I have eyes. The guy's in ridiculous shape. He has more abs than I have teeth.
He's a very attractive human being.
But is he? He looks like Jake Gyllenhaal.
In the lexicon of attractive human beings, he's a very attractive man.
Well, I agree, because the two women I live with in my house both mentioned the abs.
Yeah.
You guys don't usually talk about men.
Here's a fucked up thing. I haven't even seen his abs.
Oh, they're wonderful.
I haven't even seen his abs. He's just a good-looking guy. He's a
Tony Parker. Tony Parker was started his neck and ended his fucking asshole.
He's just a good-looking fucking guy.
Tony's not watching anymore. He's mad at me.
He's probably mad at you.
I can respond to his DMs one of these days. Yeah. I'm emulating him lately, so we'll get to that in a minute.
He did share your Chronicle report.
Oh, did he? Okay, that's good. Okay, he told me I was. That's right. He told me I was cute. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, thanks, Tony. So I find it very. I can fix him. Tashi's dead on. That's what they all write. I just find it odd that we're now emulating. And honestly, it feels like these people think it's like the start of World War I when they assassinated Archduke Ferdinand from fucking some Uzbekistan, Turkish place, and started this war. No, we're not doing that, because not enough people are going to fucking get behind you and start assassinating people.
Right.
But here's my worry. I have a big worry. A handful of people, some copycats, are going to assassinate people.
Sure.
It won't be a revolution. It'll be a series of one-offs.
Right.
And
they're going to think this is the way to do things.
They're going to be like, oh, it's the Purge, let's go. But like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Not the whole fucking place.
Right.
And I have a big worry. People don't like me.
Sure.
A lot of people don't like me. I have people who love me, but a lot of people don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them could be armed. And I don't know how I do it, but I managed to really get under people's skin.
What's Massachusetts law on that? Because I know I tiptoe around in Florida because it's very loose.
We have very strict gun laws here, but there is a license to carry. People could have handguns here. Just can't show. They have to be hidden.
Okay.
On your person or in your car, you have to hide them. You can't. There's no open carry in Mass. Sure. I mean, I got a big back. I got a wide back. I'm easy to shoot from behind. I got a huge head.
Right.
Like I am. You don't have to be a marksman. You could just be a fucking idiot, and you can pop me in the back of the head, no problem. It's Barney Rubble walking around over here.
It's crazy even to talk about something like this. You run a fucking sandwich page.
I was at lunch.
Let's be fucking honest about this.
I think about it every day.
And then I don't think I didn't think about it last night watching that fucking segment on Chronicle where it's like, oh shit. So-and-so is going to be real pissed this was on.
Also, they mentioned
so-and-so is going to be real pissed when this was on.
They mentioned where I live, too.
But not even people in the beef group.
They mentioned where I live.
Well, Danvers, yeah. You've mentioned where you lived.
Yeah, I try not to as much as possible.
Yeah.
Also, I found out if you Google my name, it doesn't matter. My address is very easily found. Anyways, I was at lunch today with my wife, and I looked over my shoulder, and there was this big Mongo sitting at a table, and it was in Middleton, and there's a Middleton Mongo who has this. Yeah, we never talked about him. He has this thing for me, this big issue, and he's got this delusion that he did something I stole from him. It's all made up in his head, but again, you can't make their thoughts go away. That's their truth.
Sure.
I'm like, I think that's him. That's the guy who wants to murder me, who lives in this town. And I had to turn to my left and kind of have him in the periphery the whole time.
Right.
Like I would normally sit. I was at the bar at a diner.
Right.
I normally sit facing full front. Wife's to my left. I turned sideways and just looked at my wife, and I kept
in your eyes.
Because I'm going to jump to the count of the week in a second. There are people out there who we've talked to, who we haven't, who want me literally dead. There's a man who wants me dead.
Right.
That I know about because he's told people about he wants to solve the Ferg problem. What does that mean,
it's
Mike?
So fucked up. You run a fucking food group.
And it's not who anyone thinks it is. And maybe one person knows who it is.
It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Like, I have literally stood in my front yard and watched the road just in case. I say aggressive things, and once in a while they hit people really hard in the feels.
So glad.
And then they discuss last week, kind of the week, that guy was going to fucking send help. Was he going to send a wellness check? You know my address, so I got to Google you now, and now we know your address. Now we're on the same page,
right?
Like the person we think about a lot in this page, we talk about sometimes. He's said my address,
sure.
But the person I'm going to jump to kind of the week real quick.
I try to live my life every day, keep out of strife, come what may. I try to do unto others as I'd have them do to me, but it can't be done for everyone, and now it's plain to see. You are a cunt, a big fat stinking cunt. Say it ain't true, but he'll tell you you're a motherfucking cunt. You are a cunt, motherfucking cunt. Everybody knows from your head to toes you're a big fat stinking cunt.
So I made a joke about this person's the town they live in, and it was just a stupid half-assed. I don't care about the town. I'm just like the town, but it offended him so much where he started coming at me privately, to the point I had to block him on Messenger because he was unhinged, just difficult and unhinged. And he's now talking about solving the Ferg problem with someone I know privately. He's talking to someone I know privately,
right?
Who doesn't know that I know this person. I'm getting the information. I run a sandwich group. I donate to charity. Now I got to worry about some fucking autistic cross-eyed retard making a homemade gun and popping me in the back because I do think about it over because these people are fucking unhinged.
Because you called them a cunt on a fucking roast beef review. Is that
even? I didn't even. I made fun of his hometown.
Oh, for God's sakes!
Now, Mike, here's the thing though. I pivoted this weekend. Because, he's off the beef page, he's off all the pages, but he's in other groups. And I participate in these groups. And he came at me this week, and I said, you know what? What would Tony Parker do? You don't argue. You flirt.
Hard.
And boy, did I flirt.
Oh, hard.
Talking about his wet mouth.
Wet mouth.
I know guys like you, first drop on their knees when they get the chance, acting all straight. I can't wait to feel it. Do you have a gag reflex?
Wet mouth.
Cute. Yep, you're cute and you're angry. I'm going to get murdered someday.
I hope not.
I hope not too, but I'm going to get murdered someday, and I'll send you the contacts and the new sponsors.
All right.
I'm going to get fucking anti-heroed by one of these fucking psychos who just has it out for me because they have nothing better to do in the world than give a fuck about what I say. And there's a line. If I was a deli, there would be 30 tickets pulled on who can kill me. Little old fat me who looks terrible on camera because it adds 80 pounds. But hey, what are you going to do?
And on that day,
my count of the week is that guy.
On that day, the roast beef shops will go back to brown $2 juniors because you're a dick.
Yeah, it's all my fault. So raise a glass to my future murderer. Count of the week.
All right. Fuck, marry, kill.
Let's have a fun one here. Let's finish this with a fun one. That was somber. That was somber.
That was fucking dark as shit.
I actually like you. I like your F Marry Kill so much. I have an answer and I'm ready for it. I'm excited about this.
I can't wait. So it's
fuck, marry, kill.
So fuck, marry, kill. I was thinking about it today, and of course, because Andy and the North Shore Beefs Group was featured on Chronicle, I thought to myself, okay, let's go fuck, marry, kill New England food shows. Phantom Gourmet, Chronicle, Wicked Bites.
Can I go first, or you want to go
I
first?
would love for you to go first.
All right. Well, I've been on 2 of these shows.
Yep.
Half-assed, not me, but those Animal fucks used my stuff for their show. They did it once. They did a No Show Beefs episode and whatever. But here's the answer. I'm gonna marry Phantom Gourmet because it's a level up for me. It's a rung up. It's above any other New England food show. In my opinion, it's one step down from Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives because that's national. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's a regional Triple D.
Sure.
I'm going to fuck Chronicle.
Okay.
Because that was a really good segment. They did a good job, but I can't expect a non-food show to be a food show. They did a food episode.
They've
correct?
done food. They're basically a food show.
Okay. Well, don't steal my vibe. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
They do back roads and fucking whatever. They don't just do food.
Sure.
They do things.
Sure.
And I thought it was a good segment. I like penetrating Chronicle. I enjoyed that fucking them. Anthony Everett right from behind in the black chick. Hello. Fucking boom. Snug. So I will fuck Chronicle, and I'm gonna kill Wicked Bites, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna kill Wicked Bites.
Go ahead.
For so many fucking reasons. One, Scott Whitley's a cunt. That's the main reason. His hair plugs offend me. Fuck him. It's such a fake fucking half-assed effort for a show. It is such a smoke and mirrors bunch of bullshit. I've been on it multiple times. It didn't feel like a real show. It felt gross. It just felt with a stupid fucking shirt on, his little chest hairs coming out, and the speed in which they were willing to just dump you was disgusting. And again, I celebrated at the time because I didn't know any better. And I probably got you fired, but
we were already doing a show at that point.
No, we weren't.
We were doing nonsense.
Nope. When I was on the radio show.
You
go no call no show. No. The no call no show.
Oh, the no call no show.
When I crapped on you the next day on
that was the night after I got hammered because I was babysitting the beef group that was attacking the 97-year-old demographic of Wicked Bites.
So yes,
that was kind of what I was talking about earlier, where before AI took over the fucking policing of things, and it was just the fucking Wild West, and like if too many people started piling on, the whole group got fucking banned. That's what happened.
I mean, the good old days.
The good old days, if you will, when your group got banned. Yes.
Well, that was we earned it.
But
I remember the rant still exists on Instagram. I earned that.
Yeah, I do remember. I remember that night. I remember moderating the Wicked Bites Facebook page that night. I remember
you were paid well for that, though, right? You were compensated well.
Of course, I was.
You were compensated well to moderate the page on a Saturday night. And also one more reason that I'm going to kill Wicked Bites. Besides, they killed themselves already by their 3 a.m. time slot on Tuesdays.
Right.
I didn't even know the show exists anymore until you brought it up again. The person who currently hosts it threatened to sue us.
Yeah.
So I again, you could go away forever. See, I'm learning. With your hair plugs and eat your chicken barbs and suck a fat cock. Suck the fattest cock. You'd probably love it. I don't harbor any ill will towards Stevie. He's stuck in a situation, but I do harbor ill will toward Scott and his wife in that show. You threatened to sue us and you didn't, and guess what happened? We just keep fucking going. Fuck you. You can't. You
called your bluff, bitch.
So I'm fucking Chronicle, to be clear. Fucking Anthony Edwards and the black chick, whatever her name is. Boy, would I white teeth, very white teeth. And I'm marrying Phantom Gourmet because that's the next logical step for me in my future before me and Guy Fieri have a menage a trois with one of his kids. I'm killing Wicked Bites because you know what, Nesson already did it, so why wouldn't I just pile on? They've relegated you to fucking 2 a.m. on Wednesdays. Like no one even knows your show exists. Billy Costa comes on you.
True.
He bukakis your head.
True.
You know, like him and whoever's Gash co-host is.
They took your spot as a joke.
They come on your face. Charlie Moore dumps guts of fish on your fucking bald head with plugs. That's where you are now. You are buying time, sadly, and losing money because you're so stinks. And you stink.
My turn?
I feel like your answer's going to be similar to mine, but go ahead.
No, you're going to be surprised. Similar in marrying Phantom Gourmet.
Yeah.
They're more fun, and their longevity speaks for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'm killing Chronicle.
Oh, sorry, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. I'm killing Chronicle. For the only reason is I would like to fuck them one more time.
You hate fucking Carol. What? How dare you?
Nope. And I said this to... We talked about it on the show. We talked about it probably a couple weeks before the lawsuit show. But I talked about it to Stevie. It was right before they were going to premiere with him, and he reached out to me, and I said there was a better way to do this. And it was because originally I wasn't going to move to Florida. So the right way to do this, even though I wouldn't have been happy, but I would have been professional about it, would have been to give me a goodbye.
Yeah.
I created a show.
Yep.
I cultivated an audience. I spent every Saturday morning with these people for over 7 years.
And you didn't exist.
And they didn't give me a goodbye, and then they wrote me off. So I would like to fuck that bitch one more time and say goodbye. That's
what do you do on the YouTubes?
Still, though, you know what I'm saying.
I know.
You know exactly what I'm saying.
Hate fuck on the way out.
It's just that, like, there was a right way to do that.
You're telling me
there was a right way to do that.
Tommy Hair Plugs didn't handle it well.
Shocking, right?
I won't believe it.
Shocking, right? Like all he had to do was be honest with me on December 1st of 2020. He just had to be honest with me and say, we're going in a different direction, man. We're not going to work together anymore. I go, okay, give me one more goodbye.
Yeah.
Give me a goodbye. Give me a professional goodbye. But he didn't do that. And
nope,
thus, we created this platform that went from nonsense 4 fucking years ago today to F Buddies, which is amazingly successful. Sure multiple sponsors over the years. Thousands and thousands and thousands of listeners and viewers. Spotify is loving us, by the way. I sent you the fucking thing.
Top 5%?
Top 5% of video podcasts on Spotify.
Thank God for tits.
And all you had to do was let me say goodbye. And you wouldn't have been part of this.
Nope.
But now you are.
Forever.
So
we're a spite podcast. We're really good at it.
We are not only a spite podcast, we are the greatest spite podcast in the history of spite fucking podcasts. And we're goddamn good at it, you motherfuckers.
Because we have microphones and you don't.
You do, but you don't use them correctly.
Yeah, no one cares about those microphones. No one's watching. We're going to get more views on half of this episode on Instagram than they will on their Nesson show this week.
Hilariously. Oh, absolutely.
We're gonna get.
That's the funny thing. Like I would rather my goodbye episode be on the episode of Dining Playbook at fucking 10 p.m. at 10 a.m. as opposed to whatever fucking 6 a.m. time slot you got.
We're gonna get probably 2,000 views on one half of this episode on Instagram this week.
Yeah.
Never mind Facebook and Spotify and everywhere else. And I'm going to say 2,000 eyes are more than Wicked Bites will get on any broadcast they do this year because no one gives a fuck about you or your hair plugs or your little minion who you make dance. It's sad. My God, I don't think I when I filled in for you that time I wasn't supposed to that
morning.
Night,
yeah.
They weren't.
My mother was sending wellness checks to the house.
They weren't kind to you.
Really?
No,
please,
they weren't kind.
Please do tell.
It was an air of
like, oh, I had never missed a show in 15 years.
Yep.
15,
no, there was an air of
15 years, but this is typical.
No, it wasn't that. It was just like, whatever. Wasn't it?
I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them.
It felt gross.
I hadn't missed a fucking. I used to do triple shifts from Saturday to fucking Sunday morning with them. Triple.
Yep.
Triple.
Gross.
I would do mix from 7 to midnight. I would do ZLX from midnight to 7. I would take the fucking train to Lawrence because you live in a shithole, and I do the fucking restaurant show, barely conscious, for 15 fucking years. Never missed a shift. Never once. That was the first time ever.
I remember saying, "Where's Mike?"
Ever,
and it was a shrug.
That was a shrug. That was the first time
I'm saying, like,
ever
you get a vibe when
I missed a fucking shift.
You get a vibe from like someone's look and attitude. It was Carol.
Well, she's a fucking cunt anyway. I don't give a
shrug.
fuck.
It was a shrug. It was a shrug.
You can't sue me for calling you a cunt when you are cunt.
There was a shrug. Scott was doing this Scott thing. He should be here, but I just got the
fucking bitch.
Yep, that's what I got.
Fucking bitch.
I never told you that. I was 5 years.
No, you never told me that.
No. There was a shrug. There was a
a
flippant shrug. You know that. You know what? I know
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it was a we don't need him.
No. Well,
that was a we don't need him right now because you're here and we'll do a show without him. Fuck him. It was a fuck him shrug. Not a pro Andy. I'm not doing pro Andy. It was a fuck Mike shrug.
No, I got it. No,
I'm just going to make sure I'm not saying like we don't need him because you're here. No. It was a fuck Mike shrug.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's funny because the guy that took over, Stevie, who again, no fucking animosity.
No, we like Steve. We're fine with Steve.
It's fine.
We're fine with Steve.
But he does a million fucking things.
He's trying his best.
He's trying his best. Him and the Guido are trying the best. You know what I don't notice on any of their fucking posts?
Scott?
Or the Wicked Bites logo.
Do you know what else they're missing?
Hang on. I used to get screamed at when I would try to host random fucking events and promote the show. But you know what what the problem was? He was paying me. He thought he owned me like a fucking slave. Like a fucking slave. Whoosh. Sorry, massa.
Massa.
I'll mention the Whitley name next time I'm on this fucking thing.
My name is Kunta.
Fucking asshole.
I'm gonna pile on real quick on the same topic.
Please do.
So a few years ago,
me I'm wrong.
Oh, you're not wrong. You're fine. was a few years ago. There was a rivalry between me and Steve. Also, Stevie Snacks, Stevie D'Amato she started a derivative group of the North Shore Beefs page called Boston Pizza Wars, and they got hot quick. They got real hot real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the champion of that genre, the shit talking food page of the North Shore. The attitude page. It was my thing. But he was coming. I felt him coming, and I dialed in and said, "No, not doing. Nope, not doing this." So they're still in the 20s of thousands. I'm at 40 something. But here's the thing.
Yeah,
I was on Chronicle, motherfucker. And they don't even know your fucking name. They don't even know your fucking name. And they reached out to me. I didn't reach out to them. And Phantom Gourmet is next. And then Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I'm doing it. And you're on fucking Wicked Bites with Hair Plug Mafia. Go fuck yourself.
I mean, that was earlier on the show.
Yep.
When I said a lot of people are really upset about this.
Yep, there's a lot of people upset about it, but I can think of that person right there who
there's a
chose
lot
the
of
wrong
people
horse.
who aren't happy that Andy Ferg was fucking featured on Chronicle.
Mainstream.
So
mainstream.
But here's the problem. I thought you were supposed to live on the internet.
Oh, I am. They have a YouTube channel.
But you weren't supposed to make the mainstream. You're supposed to live on the internet. You're not. They'll never make TV. They're not gonna make TV.
We're on cable. We're on
Fucking
network television.
Douchebag.
Like how many network? Hold on. There's 4, 5, 10, 13, and 38. Those are the networks around here.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the federally regulated network, PBS2 networks.
Right.
And we were on one last night.
But you live on the internet.
They'll never be on one.
You live on the internet. Not unless they buy a fucking vacuum ad or some shit.
The FCC monitored our
They buy themselves a 2 a.m. fucking infomercial.
Well, think about this, Mike. The FCC had to monitor our appearance on Chronicle last night because it's a federal communications channel.
Right.
That is WCVB Channel 5, not NESN at 2 a.m. That is Channel fucking 5. Suck a fart out of my ass. Go fuck yourself.
I don't think we can end it any better than that.
We're done.
So,
We're done.
I guess
We did it.
we did
Sponsor
it.
done.
We'll see you next Tuesday, cunts.
Go fuck yourself again. Reiterating.